Boop. Hi, everybody! Congratulations, Nick! Thank you, freaking first. Head pets for you. Pa 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 pa. And Nick is actually with us today with the book club. We also have a not Dawn. Let me give Dawn a shout out. Da. Hello, Lauren. Hi, hi. Der Boop. Le Boop. Not a Dawn, not a Dawn. There we go. Shout out for not Dawn or Dawn. If you guys haven't, go follow Dawn. Dawn plays lots of fun games, like lots of different games, and also is in our book club today. She plays Hollow Knight and lots of side scrollers. I think she was playing Silent Hill as well. So, but because that was that was her little redeem for her subathon. I need to follow the person who is not Dawn. Yes, the person that is not Dawn. You got to follow them. Exactly. Today we have book club. Book club. We are doing an overview. We've been reading Coraline this time. We took a break from the Drix series, which was the Crystal Shard. We read the whole book of that, which was very good. If you guys have not read the Crystal Shard, or if you'd like to see little snippets of what kind of book it is and what's it about, we do have the book club from last time. There's a video on my YouTube. You can look it up. If you'd like to look for the link, we have exclamation mark socials. You can see all the links I have for different platforms. And I have the book club right on there. We have the amazing Dritz series that you can, well, the first book that we read. We usually read half a book and then for a month, and then we read the other half on the other month. So we do half a month, which is not typical for regular book clubs, but we are not a typical book club, I guess you can say. We are more like chill, relaxed book club. And then we're gonna bring everybody in here. We'll go to the book club room area. Hello! Also, I still have the map from last time. We're gonna take that off. Eek. Hold on. Take it off. Where is it? I'll find it while I'm looking around. We have Dawn and we have Nick with us in the book club. If you guys like to join the book club, you're more than welcome to join the book club. We're always looking for people for the book club. Just realize I do expect that you come prepared for the book club. So if you would like to join, that's completely 100% fine. And you would have to own the book you're reading, or I can actually help you get sources for the book. So if you need like somewhere to get it, or figure out where to get it, I can help you out. And we can see some online libraries as well you can get for free. So they do have a rental program. You can get books. I don't have a VGen. Actually, you do, but I don't sell in artwork yet. Not yet. Maybe one day. And merch is coming up, exactly. Warren, we do have merch coming up. I have a enamel pin I'm working on with Dawn. I will tell you about that. Maybe after the club. I'm gonna unmute everybody. Hello, hello. You are unmuted. We are going to be talking about Coraline today. If you guys like to see the book club information, I'll give you the information right here. Join the book club. Recruit everybody. There. Book club. There's the book club information. But yeah, I was telling that we took a break from the Dritz series so we could read Coraline for Halloween. So how was you guys' Halloween? Did you guys have a good Halloween? Did you guys have a nice time reading Coraline for the spooky October season? Hey, that's a pretty cozy. Did you get like a big hot cocoa and just like chill with the blankies and stuff and candy? That sounds really nice. And you can get one of those like. Wasn't cold enough? Oh, it's cold over here. Wow. Oh, oh, was it? Ah, it got pretty chilly pretty fast for some reason. It was just like, what winter time? Snap fingers. Um, it's also a cool idea when you're like reading. You can get like they have those fireplace and 4K that you can put on YouTube. Those videos get so many views, but they're really cozy when you're like reading a book. So you can have like the simulated fireplace if you don't have a fireplace. So you have like the crackling in the background. And some people like rain and stuff, so they'll just like put rain sounds and stuff if you like. And you can use that as a cozy little thing for like reading. I think that would be fun. So how was your Halloween, Nick? Oh, you got sick? Oh, sorry. Really? Oh my gosh, since Halloween. Wow. That must have been a really bad cold. Is it because the weather changes, probably? Ah. Sorry. Hello, Lactora. Hello, welcome in. Oh, I hope you do get better. That does not sound fun. If it persists, you need to go see a doctor. That doesn't sound good. It's coughing, right? Okay. You might need antibiotics. If it's too bad in a certain amount of time, it might need some antibiotics. One of these days we're going to work out plushie for you. One of the reverse ones so you can have both versions. That would be cool. A reversible Rococo with winter summer. That would be... Oh, it's like those... Have you seen those little... they have a little octopus that you can make it look like angry on one side and then happy on the other. So 2 different colors. Summer winter coats. That's a cool idea. That's cool. Bold of you that assume you can read. I believe you can read, Warren. I believe it. We believe you can read. If you don't know how to read, we're gonna teach you. You're in a library. Bull. I don't believe that. Dawn knows how to read. Dawn does know how to read. She got stuck with the book. She had nothing else to do. She got glued to a book. That's her lore. I mean, come on. You have nothing else better to do to get glued to a book. If you okay, you do know how to read. Okay, I thought you said you didn't. Oh, I believe Warren can read. So yeah, I didn't do anything for Halloween ever since I started handing out the Red Bulls cans. Parents have been reluctant to bring their kids to the door. That's expensive. I want to tell you that. Where that's good treats. Those are Red Bulls expensive. Like, you're paying premium. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. If I was the parent, I would just confiscate the Red Bull and be like, well, can't have that. Your free drink. Friends are very quiet and you can't hear them. You can't hear them? Hold on. Hopefully you can hear them now. Love how your examples of someone who knows how to read is Dawn and you say it's like a remarkable feat for her. What do you mean? But...
So rude, so rude. Was a mic check?
Mic check?
Check, check.
Mike? I mean, come on. Can you hear? There we go, now I can hear you. Good, perfect! I'm glad. Sometimes we just need a mic check. It's just that way it is. No, I go to get them in bulk from Costco. Wait. But still, they can get pretty expensive. I'm gonna be honest with you. Do they have mini ones for children? You just give out little Costco Red Bulls. You know, that's like Austria's staple point is the Red Bulls. They have a museum over here. I don't know why they have a Red Bull museum, but they do, and they're just very proud about it. Hello, Don. How's the ruby-eyed Empress doing today? Ruby-eyed Empress. I came here, and we are very proud of it. Texas has one for Dr. Pepper. Does Dr. Pepper have a Dr. Pepper man, or is that Pepsi Man? I think that was Pepsi Man. Alright, we get a little sidetracked, so... we're going to do a little synopsis of... We have a little AI synopsis this time of the book. Coraline is, written by, Neil... Sir... Hopefully I don't missay this. Neil Gaiman? Gaiman? I think I said that right. It's written by Neil Gaiman. There's two different versions of this book, but they're just different drawing styles on it. There's a little bit diversion from the book and the movie. Most people have seen the movie, but have later read the book because of the movie. Supposedly, funny enough, fun fact is some of the Coraline books are actually banned in some schools. I'm not entirely sure. I think there's some other stories that have a little bit more harsher tones. Because Coraline is a children's book. But I don't think it was bannable children's book. I'm gonna be very honest with you. Neil Gaiman is also the man who originally wrote the book for American Gods. I've never seen American Gods, or actually read American Gods. What is American Gods? Nice fact, Lauren. But yeah, we have little snips of each chapter. The book is actually around like 200 pages long. It's pretty short compared to us reading The Crystal Shard. That was a very long book. Like, the chapters were pretty long, and it had a lot of detailed information. So Coraline was pretty simplistic, but it had a really good charm to it, and I really liked it. Kind of makes me think of Nightmare Before Christmas kind of vibes. I would put that in the same kind of category, especially because the kind of atmosphere you have in it, it's pretty dark, but childlike, and it's really fun to kind of see through Coraline's eyes as a kid just growing up and kind of being with her parents who are just really busy working, and kind of feeling lonely. So yeah, it was really fun reading through Coraline. I really enjoyed it, and it was just pretty. It was pretty good book. Did you guys write any summaries? If you have, let me know right now, or I'll just summarize chapters already.
I didn't know that you. I thought you wanted to stop those in general, so I didn't write any.
No worries. I just wanted to know if you would like to do it or not. That is okay. I'm not. But yeah, I think it was a bit too much for you guys. Cause it was like, I think it would work better, because it is nice because you can like help you guys interact with the book and kind of have more to say in book club. Because it's hard doing a book club when it's like online because it's a lot. Mostly in book clubs, if you go in like person, you get like lots of treats and like they have cakes and stuff, and you can talk about the book and all that.
Let's face it, real life book clubs aren't about the book. It's about getting together and doing anything but the book. The book is an excuse to get together. It's like a family get together thing. Online, you need some other driving force to make it worthwhile. That's why the whole chapter summaries were a thing. But I noticed for me personally that the chapter summary thing for me became a bit too much because I'm right next to her, right? I kinda planned for the contingency that no one summarized anything, right? So I ended up, after every chapter, writing my own summary to have a filler in case somebody else didn't cover the chapter. And having like 20 chapters to go through and having to summarize every single chapter became a little bit too much for me.
Well, that's why I said I think it would be good if you had a big, if we had a big book club, like if 30 people or we had 10 people, then we could split chapters and do chapter summaries on those like 10 specific ones, or I mean, 20 chapters, or we could do 3 chapters each person or something. Just like assign them, then you can have like more to speak, and everybody can have a little say in book club. So. For now, since we have such a small book club, don't forget to save your art. Oh, thank you for saving art. Since we have a small book club, hi Braxton. We'll probably have to cut this completely until we have a bit more people. Obviously, if you have fun writing a summary, one summary of a chapter, you don't have to if you don't want to, but if you have fun with it, just let me know. Did you guys have fun with it, or was it just too much, like Horik said?
Oh, I didn't mind.
Oh, okay. So if it's like maybe 1 or 2, it's not a big deal.
If I knew ahead of time which chapters to summarize, and I know I had like a quota of 2 or 3, then it wouldn't be a big deal, I think.
Okay. What about you, Don?
Yeah, I have the same. Like, if it was the entire book, then I would have probably had like too much. But just like the few chapters was not a lot.
Okay, gotcha. All right, then we will do that. I will like write when we start the book. I will just give random chapters for people to summarize. I won't even know what the chapter is. You'll be reading through it, and then at least, I'm supposed to, like write down little synapse. So 1 or 2 chapters. What's the max you guys think would be okay? 2?
I'd be good with 2, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, doesn't that depend on the book? Like, if we have a book with like 49 chapters, but very short ones, 1 or 2 would be like very short. But if we have like many, like if we only had 2 chapters inside the entire book, then it would be a lot.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's a good point.
Gotcha. So yeah, it makes sense. It depends on the book as well. But usually there's like probably around, depending, like 10 chapters or so. Wait, what? You don't want to read the book, Mia? Hello, hi. Sorry, we're doing a little book club discussion. How bad was it? I'll have to talk about D&D in a bit. We were a bit late on book club, so we're like doing little synapses of the Coraline book. But we're still fighting the tree, by the way. We didn't get too far because fights in D&D take a long time. So we still might not make it. By the way, Roger's almost dead. He's doing death saving throws. Oh.
Funny that the zombie has to do that.
I was yeah. Nick, I'm sorry. I was getting asked about D&D, so I was like, I'm muted for a minute, but we're having a difficult time death saving throws for Zambi.
Oh yeah, I was about to ask. I was like, worse. Did she mute on purpose or?
Yeah, it was. I didn't. I wanted to like reply to everybody in chat real quick. Sorry about that. Because it was like out of topic. Oh, let me see.
Yeah, but I think
Talking
it's
about the
probably
ending.
fine if you don't mute, because like it's not like either of us are streaming or anything. So
Okay. I never know because I was like sometimes like I should mute and then I'm like I don't know. I'm like, oh, is it rude to mute? So I always like.
I think it's like if one of us were streaming, then it would probably be a good idea. But because neither of
Hi,
us are
Rococo.
streaming, then it's a. I just saw that pop up on your stream.
The timing is horrible. It's because right when I was trying to like explain. Hi, Zephyr.
Anyway, it's
Okay,
fine if you
sorry.
don't mute. Bye bye.
Okay. Okay. No worries. I didn't know if you were going to be streaming. Gosh, that timing. My goodness. Hi, Salver. Thank you. By the way, thank you so much for the gigi emotes and the amazing TTS. But yeah. I got Charlie distracted. Charlified. Alright, so we have let me see. We have 13 chapters for Coraline, so that's not too bad.
Lizard.
Lizard! I'm getting lizardified. Lizard!
Lizard.
Oh my gosh. Lizard! Alright. We have first chapter of Coraline. I will be doing these AI summaries because I did not summarize for this book, which is fine. I think we will like fill gaps in with AI summaries, which is not gonna be too bad. The thing is, I'm not a big fan of sometimes when they summarize for the AI. I feel like they like skip over some parts that I thought was important and where they didn't put that was important. So I kind of like, I'm not a big fan of it. But in a pinch, it's good.
It's a good enough refresher so that we can spawn discussion.
Exactly, yeah. So we're gonna start on chapter 1. You guys came in at a good time. Why was a lizard hitting Dawn on the head? Good question. Dawn is not a button. Maybe it's giving head pats. 15 streams straight, Braxton. Nice. Look at that flex. Alright, so we're gonna do some honing on, focus on the chapter. First chapter.
Lizard.
We're honing on! Thank you. Sneaky lizard. The opening passage of the book, I love, it illustrates Coraline's discomfort in her new home. So Coraline's not very, but basically the opening of the book is Coraline is moving into a new house. She's moving in a new house with her family, and this house is pretty cool. As it's kind of like, I guess it's kind of like a mansion, because they actually segated each part of that big giant house or mansion into apartments because it's so huge. So everything is like, I think there's like about, so there's Coraline's house is one of the places on there. There's an empty one. And then they have, is it Miss Spink and Miss Forcible's apartment? And then they have Mr. Bobo apartment. So Mr. Bobo, Miss Spink, and Miss Forcible. And then you have Coraline and her parents. And then they have the empty apartment. And this is basically a big mansion. Very old place that they moved into. And she describes it as like, it's very like run down. They had a tennis court, and the tennis court is kind of like, it looks abandoned, and you know, it looks like it hasn't been used in a long time. And there's like an old well behind it, and it's all boarded up, and the parents of Coraline's parents and Miss Spink and Miss Forcible and probably Mr. Bobo went out and kind of boarded it up so Coraline wouldn't get hurt, because she's a little adventurous and spunky young girl living with her parents. So this is the summary. She doesn't understand her authentic neighbors or feel understood by them, and she is disappointed in how often she's left to her own devices where her parents are always busy with work. So you have a really like spuncious little girl and named Coraline, and everybody calls her Caroline instead of Coraline at the little apartment kind of building, and that like kind of makes her a little bit upset. And her parents are always working really hard and can't play with her, so she always kind of like nags him, going, "Hey, what do? I don't know what to do." And he's like, you know, always trying to get her to go and keep busy, because they're always working on the computer. They're all they're stay-at-home parents.
They're little Horwicks.
Little Horwicks with that. Stay-at-home, working on the PC. So Coraline tries to adjust to her new home and neighborhood by exploring and figuring out the place. Her attempts to make new friends, though, don't necessarily go according to plan. I love that.
Yeah.
Look at that, made me laugh. The DVD.
Everyone knows the other one.
Little save screen thing, yeah. Gosh. My gosh, I haven't seen that since Corona. Coraline adjusts to her new home and neighborhood by exploring and figuring out the place out. Her attempts to make friends, though, don't necessarily go according to plan. This passage foreshadows the resourcefulness Coraline will soon need to adapt to her restlessness. Exploring hungry nature gets her into some difficult and dangerous situations. But yeah, the whole chapter, first chapter, is her exploring her new house and kind of introducing the characters of the book and her neighbors. And there's not many characters. They also left out. They left out from the movie. Have you guys seen the movie, by the way? Dawn, Nick? I know
No, I haven't seen the movie.
Okay. So in the movie,
I have.
there was actually a little boy that was friends with Coraline. So they omitted him completely. He's not in there. So
Swap the ghost children for a little boy sidekick and you got it.
so they kind of, that was like something that we were not that far. We're in chapter 1.
We'll
But
get there.
no, we're going first, you know, little bit
Well,
by
then you're a
little
bit
bit.
too early doing the movie comparison.
No, I'm just saying she does introduce her friend in the beginning of the movie, so that there is no little boy in this book. So that's the difference. The passageway foreshadows Coraline will need to adopt her restlessness. Exploration hungry nature gets her in some difficult and dangerous situations. Caroline's parents are clearly busy working, perhaps to play with their new home or maintain their jobs in new location. Coraline can't see the reasoning behind her parents' preoccupation with their work. She only is focused on her loneliness and boredom. But yeah, she's very she doesn't have any friends, and the only people that are in the building Coraline? Nah. What? Nah. But the only people in her vicinity is her neighbors. And this is Miss Spink and Most Forcible. They are actresses. And they're really old ladies. And apparently they're really famous back in the day. And they have a doggo that they take care of. And they're really old. I think... Were they actually... I think they were sisters, aren't they? Spink... They were sisters?
Not that I know.
Or were they friends?
Friends, co-workers, former theater performers.
I don't think they were not really related. Because I was keep thinking that they were sisters. And then you have Mr. Bobo, he's like a Russian guy, and he kind of jokes about having these mice that he does a circus with, but Coraline said she never seen them. And he said he had like different kinds of cheese that he would lure them, and they would do different like tricks and sing different songs. And he said he can do different notes if he's given them different cheeses. So that was kind of cute. He was kind of probably like playing with Coraline, kind of make him sound kind of interesting to Coraline, but Coraline kind of like knew that he was kind of making things up. So Coraline's just like a very lonely child in this big old mansion that's made out of an apartment. And she's like investigating. Coraline apparently investigation on ominous looking door with an ominous looking key to match foreshadows the experience of another world that lies just beyond the door. Coraline, as Gaiman has already established, is an explorer through and through, and her curiosity about the mysterious door will not be stated by her mother's boring explanation. But yeah, so basically, Coraline finds this little hidden door in her house when she asked her father, who's always on the computer, and tells her to go away, and, you know, he's busy all the time. She asks him, hey, what do? I don't know what to do. He's like, count the doors, count all the doors, count all the windows, count everything, and explore. He kind of like encourages her to explore, but he encourages her to explore because he wants time to work or pretend to work. And that's kind of like stated in the book. And when she's out on her explorations, she finds a room with all of her grandmother's old things that she had when she... it just basically, they kept it for memory's sake because her grandma passed away. And she was looking through her grandma's stuff, even though that her parents said not to, but it seemed like her father wanted her to get out of his hair a lot. He just wanted to, to go somewhere else. So he said, okay, you can go over there. And her mother found her in the room, and Coraline was asking, there's a door over there. Where does it lead? And her mother says the door leads nowhere. And she's like, what do you mean it doesn't lead nowhere? So she has a black key, opens up the door, and finds a brick wall there. And Coraline asks, why is there just a brick wall in this hallway? And she said that's because the house is a very big house, and it leads to the next empty apartment that somebody might be living in later on. And she said it's a very boring explanation. of the door, but Coraline kind of found it kind of interesting. So, next chapter, little summary for this chapter. Coraline's rejection of fancy, carefully placed...
Yeah, so, I have a quote from this chapter that I found amazing.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
There was also a well. In the first day, Coraline's family moved in. Miss Spink and Miss Forcible made a point of telling Coraline how dangerous the well was, and they warned her to be sure she kept away from it. So Coraline set off to explore for it, so that she knew where it was to keep away from it properly.
Foreshadowing at its finest.
I also think it shows a character really well. Like she isn't really that afraid. She just wants to explore stuff and see things.
She's very
See
curious.
the world.
Like, exactly. But I think her parents like really pique that curiosity, like unintentionally, because well, you have to see that her parents are like working all the time. So her dad kind of like encourages her to go, hey, go explore, go out and do stuff. Because, I mean, I know it is like to get her out of the house. So you mean like to leave him alone because he's working. But it just unintentionally kind of encourages her to be more explorative and kind of, enjoy exploring. Because, just being a kid, pretty much. And learning to entertain yourself when there's nothing to entertain yourself with. So I thought that was like, her hand in hand that her and to be honest, if you think about it, her dad is like a really good enforcer of making her go on adventures, because like there's like a little story of her and her dad later in the book.
Yeah, where she wanted to explore the dump, and instead of saying no, he literally helped her quench that thirst by just going there with her.
Yeah, so he
exploring, sort of.
He's encouraging.
Yeah, adventures. That's
Adventures.
Right. No, God, that's not the adventure that we want to go on. No.
Jesse, let's go on an adventure.
This is Coraline's adventures. I mean, Coraline did go see the wall. I love that wall. That wall just was pretty. Thank you for the gifs. Thank you, Myth. I appreciate it. But yeah, that quote is. I really like that quote. That was a good one, Nick. Also, if you have anything you want to bring up to Dawn, you are welcome to. You can always, if you have something that you would like to say, you good to go too. Alright. Coraline's rejection of the fancy, carefully packed food for her father makes an oh yeah, this is okay. This is about her. Coraline has like. So the thing is, for the first chapter, it's all about how, Coraline sees her new place, which is really nice to see, and how she's interacting with her family. And Coraline's father, usually, he's the one that cooks. And Coraline's father makes, like, these odd recipes with, like, different kinds of weird foods and seasonings and stuff. And she kind of doesn't like it. She just doesn't want to eat it. So she just doesn't eat it. She goes into the freezer and starts microwaving a pizza, and getting some chips and stuff, and
Fast food child.
Fast food child. she just like rejects her father's home cooked food, probably not because it's like bad. She just doesn't want it. What?
Someone cooked here.
That's not the cooking that I was thinking of.
Oh.
Oh gosh. You say Curiosity killed the cat. Can Curiosity kill the cat? No. No, the kid and the cat did not. No. So that night, as she was falling asleep, Coraline hears a strange noise and gets out of bed to investigate. In the hall, she sees a strange spider-like object scuttle quickly out of sight into a drawing room. The drawing room is the grandma's storage area, just so you know. We were talking about. Spider-like object scuttle quickly out of the sight of the drawing room. Coraline follows it and watches as it quickly hurries toward the door on the far side of the room. Coraline's scared and nervous. Turns on the light and sees a large old door that is now cracked open. So that door that goes to that brick wall is now open. Coraline returns to the bed and has unpleasant dreams of a chorus of rats singing an ominous song. We are small, but we are many. We are many, but we are small. We are here before you rose. We will be here before you fall. So she dreams of these rats. So the next chapter, on chapter 2. So the next day, the rain has stopped. So it's been a bit raining, and she's been exploring the house. That's how the end of the chapter was. That's why she got to explore the whole apartment, because she was really bored. Next day, the rain has stopped and a dense white mist has taken place. Coraline puts on a raincoat and boots and goes out for a walk. Out in the yard, she runs into Miss Spink and Miss Forceful, who are walking with their dogs. The woman tells Coraline more about their illustrious former acting careers, but Coraline, bored with their stories, wanders off and soon gets a chance. As soon as she gets a chance, the fog is thick. And Coraline finds herself walking in circles. She soon arrives back at the house, where she encounters a crazy old man from upstairs. Mr. Bobo! He's a Russian guy. He's the mouse guy. He tells her that the mice don't enjoy the fog, but they do have a message for Coraline. The crazy old man tells Coraline... I love he's like the crazy old Russian Bobo man.
We don't know his real name until the very end.
I don't know! I find that the funniest thing. They don't tell you the name until the end of the book. But I remember the name, so... It's Mr. Bobo. It's Mr. Bobo. He's the crazy old man the whole book until the end. And at the end, he's Mr. Bobo. He's a crazy old Russian man. Crazy old man tells Coraline his mice have been... ask him to tell her, don't go through that door. The man asks Coraline if the message means anything to her, and she says it doesn't. She says a lot of nah or nah. Coraline's kind of like, she's like the obvious kid that does not want to do anything like the adults want to do. It's kind of boring, you know. And I just kind of find it funny that she didn't say like, oh, it doesn't mean anything to me. Like, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I would be like, yeah, you knew about the door. Or wait, is he spying on us? Maybe that's another thing. Maybe she thought she was spying a little bit. Coraline goes inside and tells her mother that she's grown bored again. Her mother laminates that there's still a whole week left until summer holiday are over and Coraline's school year begins. Then she just suggests Coraline busy herself making some artwork. Coraline quickly gets bored of drawing. She checks the door in the drawing room again and finds the door is locked. She goes to visit her father in the study, and he's too busy writing to talk or play with her. Coraline goes down to Miss Spink's and Miss Forcible's flat and rings the doorbell. Ding dong. They invite her into tea, and the women are discussing how they miss life on the stage and brainstorming roles that they played in their old age. When Coraline finishes her tea, Miss Spink offers to read the leaves for her. Tea leaf reading, I didn't know was a thing. I think that must be like so old because I've never heard of it before.
Miss Spink and Miss Forcible are old.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I know there's like the palm reading, but tea leaves reading, that was kind of interesting. So Spink offers her to read leaves for her, but As she looks into Coraline's cup, her face changes. Miss Spink tells Coraline that there is terrible danger. Miss Forcible double checks the leaves, and again, and with Miss Spink, they warn Coraline to be careful. And Miss Spink gives Coraline a little talisman, a smooth little stone with a hole in it. And this becomes like really important during the whole book. Oh gosh. I don't know why that. That's kind of funny. You got auto modded for that. They do
Which
that. One? They do that in the Harry Potter. But she looks into the tea leaf reading. Really, I didn't know that. Spink tells Coraline she's in terrible danger. And Miss Forcible double checks the leaves again with Miss Spink. They warn Coraline to be careful, and Miss Spink gives Coraline a little talisman, a smooth stone with a small hole in it. As Coraline heads back into their own flat, she thinks to herself that the idea of being in danger sounds a little bit exciting. She's no. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Dot. Oh my gosh, what is his name from Simpsons? Ralph, yeah. I'm in danger. The next day is sunny. And Coraline's mother takes Coraline to town to buy some new school clothes for Coraline's... while Coraline's father goes into London for the day. At the shop... However, Coraline's mother won't buy her any of the things she wants, like the day-glow green gloves and animal-shaped Wellington boots. Coraline is upset when her mother insists on buying her boring clothes that are too big for her so that she will grow into them. On the way home, Coraline asks her mother whether there is anyone or anything in an empty flat. So you have to kind of see that, like, it seems like Coraline's family is like really struggling for money because her mother is trying to buy her some clothes that are like way too big, so she doesn't have to buy her more clothes along the way. And that they moved into this old kind of fashioned house with a bunch of tenants. You can see that they might be struggling while they work all the time, and Coraline doesn't understand. She's a spunky little girl, and she just wants to go on adventures, and she just wants to be around her family a lot, and she's just kind of bored. They want to wants her dad to play with her and her mom to play with her. On the way home, Coraline asks her mother whether there's anyone or anything in the empty flat, and whether the apartment somehow connects to theirs. Coraline's mother insists it doesn't. Back at the house, Coraline and her mother discover... Wait, why is my face not changing? Oh, no. Miku! I have to uwu for 5 minutes.
Time for me to make coffee.
So come back here! I'm explaining. I'm explaining things. Horwick's trying to escape.
No, Horwick is escaping. He's making coffee.
Oh no.
At least die painlessly? To shreds, you say?
To shreds, they say? Also, hi Mika, how are you doing? Horwick has just left now. I was about to tell Horwick to run. I think he's way ahead of you. He's way ahead of you. For some reason, my face does not change. Funny enough. I'll have to fix that redeem. I tried to switch over to the VTuber redeem switch instead of mix it up, but I seem to like always have issues with everything. Oh, thank you for the headbots! Appreciate it! Also, we should do a 5-minute timer. I'm doing, I don't know, stuff ain't working. Rococo went bye-bye. I went bye-bye?
Make sure you're logged in.
Oh, is it like, maybe because I'm not logged in?
Yeah, that's what happens to me usually because it logs you out after like 60 days or something.
Okay.
So I might just
No,
log you out.
it says it's like, it says it's valid for 45 days.
Yeah, and you're connected to it? In that case, I don't know.
Apparently my model's not on the screen anymore. Where did I go? Oh, there I am. Hi! Hi. I'm okay. I didn't break it yet. Maybe. Wow! That works? Why does this work? I don't know why this works, but my eyes changing don't work. Okay. Maybe it's the wrong key change. It could be it. Maybe I need a different trigger for it. I actually don't see it on the list. Key switch, head pat, docking, boopa, booting, Anya smile. Connected. Ayo. Of course that works now. It works. I don't know why. It just doesn't want to redeem sometimes. Sometimes I feel like you have to like jumpstart it a bit. You just like push it inside the actual program and then it works. Do you guys need something to drink? I gotta do a 5-minute timer for... Okay, you started 5 minutes. Do you guys need something to drink while we have a little break? I got the... Ooh. The 5 minutes.
Like for real, I cooked noodles in the middle of this.
Oh, you did? Go get some noms then, Dawn.
Alright.
Alright. How do you want a 5-minute break or longer?
5 minutes is fine.
5 minutes? Okay, you guys, we're gonna do a 5-minute BRB.
Do I need to speak in Uwu too?
Ooh. Only if you will want to. I don't force. I will not force you to woo.
As you can't get free woo from me. No.
No. Sometimes, not always. No free. Don's like, I'm not streaming. I don't have to do this.
I'm not streaming, I have free will now.
I have free will! I can do it all once! One of the life's greatest mysteries. Alright, we're gonna have a BRB break. I have 2 minutes of me wooing before we're breaking. So you get to hear me for... You get to hear me ooh for 2 more minutes. Hooray! Hooray! So we're doing we're on chapter 3 summary already. I'm kinda excited. I'm not doing 6 hours of you want me to not Braxton, I am not doing 6 hours of No. No. I can't do that. I will not be able to speak for like probably a month. Every time I do this, I have to tab the mute. Miku, you don't even listen to me. Ooh, you just mute the tab? Wow.
Smart.
You mean smart? Those are smart. How is that smart? I don't think that was that bad. Is it that bad? Miku does it for the love of the game. The love of the game. We're doing a 5-minute break and
Oh,
15 seconds. Dawn has noodles, so she's gonna nom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
By the time the coffee should be done.
Yeah. Oh, we need to change
I could do
that.
50 minutes of ooh.
No.
No, 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 no,
No, 15 minutes. Oh.
I have the funds.
No!
I have a one-time per stream redeem, Dawn. I have thought of this.
Dude, now I can be like, do not test me. I can make you ooh for 50 minutes.
No!
Oh!
This is why it has a limit, Dawn. My
Why
boy.
would you torture me so? What have I done to you?
Torture you!
Yeah.
Torture you! I'm the one who's gonna have my voices going.
Yeah, but if you do something, then I have it. I have it in my back pocket.
I'm getting blackmailed here. Dawn, that's called blackmail.
It's not blackmail, it's a threat.
See? Well, if you do something, I do this, that's bad. That's blackmail.
No, blackmail is when you have some kind of information about someone. And you're like, I'm gonna...
Like an incriminating image or something like that.
Yeah, and you're gonna be like, I'm gonna release this information if you don't do what I say.
I have a permit.
That's blackmail.
This just says...
This is me threatening you and telling you I have the power to make you do 50 minutes of ooh if I want to.
That GIF was so correct.
Oh no.
No. Okay, but please, no. Why are you threatening me though? What did I do?
Nothing. I just thought it was really funny that I could have done 50 minutes of ooh if I want to.
Don't just.
Also, why am I at the top of your screen on stream?
What do you mean you're on the top of my stream with the stream?
I've escaped containment. I'm at the top. My little stream avatar.
Are you streaming? Oh, you can climb up there. You can randomly climb up there.
No.
You see, there's ladders and stuff you can climb up.
I have
Invisible
died
ladders.
now. Yeah, like no one else is coming up here. They're all falling off the side.
There was like a hole that you could actually get into, but it's invisible, and nobody's gotten into it yet. So if your dust bunny kind of randomly climbs and gets to the hole, I was gonna put like a bunch of stars in that little hole.
Just run into the void.
To the void. It should be. I think it's over here. It's right here somewhere. Somewhere over there. There's a bunch of stars up here now. Oops. Ah! I destroyed. You destroyed! You destroyed me, Braxton! I exploded. Okay, now we're doing the 5-minute timer. Dawn's gonna nom some spaghetti or some noodles, and I'm gonna get some coffee made. We'll be right back. You guys get some drinks and noms too, and relax. We shall be back. We have fish. You can fish. Be back soon. Alright, you guys. We are back. Sorry about that. We started talking about drinks and fast fashion. Why? I don't know. It happens. It just happens. It went to like one conversation to another. This one.
What did I say about book club? It's about everything but the book.
Everything but the book. Have a great rest of the stream. I'm gonna go eat. Okie dokie, Braxton. Thank you for stopping by. Have a good nap. Have a good nap. Have a good eat. Alright. You're continuing with our summary. Alright, on the way home, we have, we left off about Coraline getting new clothing for school. So on the way home, Coraline asks her mother whether there's anything or anyone or anything in that empty flat, and whether the apartment connects to theirs. Coraline's mother insists it doesn't have a back house. Coraline's and her mother discover that there are no groceries for lunch. Coraline's mother heads out to the shop for food. As soon as her mother leaves, Coraline retrieves the key ring from on top of the cupboard and gets into the drawing room. She uses the old black key, which strangely feels colder than the others, to open the door. Something inside Coraline tells her that what she is doing is wrong, but she ignores the voice inside her head and opens the door. Behind it, there's no longer a brick wall, but instead a long, dark hallway. Coraline senses a presence that is very old and very slow inside the hall, but goes through the door anyway. As Coraline walks through the hall and emerges on the other side, she realizes that she is still in her own home, or at least a version of it. Small details are different, such as the expression on the face of the boy and the painting hanging on the wall. As Coraline looks at the boy's eyes, trying to figure out what's different about them, a voice calls out to her. It is a voice that sounds like her mother's. Coraline goes into the kitchen to find a woman standing there. She looks just like Coraline's mother, but it's different in several ways. She's tall and thin, with extremely pale skin and long fingernails. She's salad fingers. She's salad fingers. Where her eyes should be, there are instead two large, shiny black buttons. Coraline asks the woman who she is, and she explains that Coraline's other mother. She urges Coraline to fetch her other father for lunch. Coraline goes down.
Chills. Literal chills.
Okay.
It's very chilly in here. Ooh. Coraline goes down to fetch her other father for lunch. Coraline goes down the familiar hallway towards her father's study. The man she finds inside looks just like her father, but has the same large black eyes, button-like eyes as the other mother. And her father greets Coraline cheerfully and follows her down the hall for lunch. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. If I was a kid, I would be like, "Hey, nope," and I'll walk away back. I don't know. I think that's what I would be doing. I would be like, backing up. But it's kind of funny. It's just like Coraline just kind of accepts it. Kind of like, okay, let's see how far this goes. But I would have been just, nope.
Yeah, the survival instinct of a, I don't know,
A hare?
housefly or something.
A housefly.
Done.
It's
Yeah,
Coraline with
that's one thing I find really funny about Coraline is that so many things happen. She is literally just like, no, yeah. It's just, things just are as they are.
Yeah, I know. She just is like, okay, let's go along with it, I guess.
That's great.
Yeah.
She's like
It's the same with the mice.
Yeah, she's just like, oh yeah, this singing mice. Okay, it is what it is.
Yeah, or like the upstairs guy telling him like, the mice told me you're in danger. You shouldn't go through the door, right? And she's like, okay, I don't know what that's about.
Yeah,
Walks
basically,
through the door.
he's like, "What do you know what they're talking about?" And she's like, "No." Do you know the door they're talking about? You're like, no. No. I know she just goes with the flow sometimes. It's like it's just kind of funny. I like the way that she acts. It's kind of unpredictable sometimes as well. Sometimes she goes along with the flow, and then sometimes she just goes no. Just no. She goes into towards her father's study. The man finds her inside. Looks just like her father, but has the same large black button eyes as the mother. The other father greets Coraline cheerfully and follows her down the hall for lunch. At the kitchen table, the other mother serves a huge roasted chicken with delicious sides. Coraline eats hungrily. As Coraline shovels food into her mouth, her other parents explain that they've been waiting for her for a long time. Now that she's here, they say they can finally be a proper family. When the lunch is finished, Coraline and the other parents volunteer to do all the dishes and urge her to go to her room to play with her toys and the rats from upstairs. Coraline's other bedroom is painted in strange shades of green and pink. Coraline doesn't quite like the colors, but admits that the bedroom is more interesting than her own. The toys in Coraline's other bedroom are enchanted and move on their own. Coraline enjoys playing with them until a rat runs across the floor and under her bed. Unsettled, Coraline peeks under the bed and finds over 50 small red eyes. I would be freaking out. I would be freaking out if I saw 50 small little red eyes staring at me under my bed. Coraline invites the rats out from under the bed and tries to talk nicely to them. She asks if they can speak. In response, they form a circle around her. The largest of the rats smiles unpleasantly at Coraline, and they all begin singing a song similar to the one Coraline heard in the other night in her dreams. The rats scamper towards the door. Coraline turns to look at where they're running to and sees the other crazy old man from upstairs has materialized into the doorway. The rats scamper up into his clothes. Yeah, that's Mr. Bobo. It's the other Mr. Bobo. Hi, Sonic! Hello, welcome in! We're reading chapter 3 of Coraline, little summaries, synapse. And the largest one sits atop on the head. The old man invites Coraline upstairs to watch the rats feed. No, thank you. I politely decline. Uncomfortable, she said she'd like to explore outside instead. As the other crazy old man walks away, Coraline believes she can hear the rats whispering to one another. So she's in this like a different kind of universe that looks like her own house area. Coraline walks down the hall towards the front door, where she finds her other mother and father waiting for her. They smile and wave at her and tell her to have a nice time outside. They promise they'll be waiting by the door for her to return. As Coraline heads outside, she turns around for a second. Her other parents are still smiling and waving from the door. Ooh. Button-eyed parents that look similar to yours, just like smiling and waving with, yeah, long fingernails and oof. Outside, Coraline begins walking. She hears a noise behind her and turns around to see the black cat from home sitting on the garden wall. The cat speaks to Coraline, wishing her a good afternoon. The cat's voice sounds to Coraline a bit like a voice out of the back of her head. Though she notes the cat has a man's voice, Coraline asks if the other cat is a cat. Oh, wait, if the other cat, the cat. If it's the other cat, not a cat. Because there's the other mother and the other father, so it's like, is it the other cat? However, insists it's the same cat from Coraline's real home. People are spread all over the place, the cat says, but cats are able to keep themselves together in one piece. Nice, yeah! It's actually a very cute and cozy book we read for Halloween. I really am, but insists the cat doesn't need names. They know who they are, and without them. Coraline finds the cat irritating. But she decides to be polite as she can into hopes that it will help her. This cat is like the most cat I've ever seen, like in a book. It is just the identity of cat. Cat is cat. It's like every cat I've ever met. It's very stubborn and kind of knows everything, but then very, very scared.
I know absolutely
Cat
everything,
is
but I
like a
can't
cat.
find the football.
Huh? What'd you say, Dawn?
Shockingly, the cat is like a cat.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if you wanted a definition of cat, you just say read the Coraline book. I mean, it's the best definition. So soothing when you listen to a bunny read. I am not the bunny. I'm Hare reading Coraline. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. But I appreciate it. All right. So she's trying to be very positive toward this cat. She likes the cat. He's a bit irritating her though. Coraline asks where she is and how she got here, but the cat offers only maddening half answers that don't satisfy Coraline's curiosity. The cat tells Coraline she was wise to bring protection with her to this world, but just as Coraline asks what's protecting her, the cat seems to sense something and darts off into the woods nearby. Coraline decides to visit Miss Spink and Miss Forcible. The door to their flat is different than the other one in the home. It is covered in flashing blue and red Marika lights advertising a sensational theatrical production. Coraline goes inside to find that the flat has been transformed into a Carnivorous theater. One of the lady's terriers approaches Coraline with a flashlight in its mouth. It begins to speak, asking to see her ticket. Well, where's your ticket, Coraline? Coraline says she doesn't have one, and the dog, begrudgingly, that word, begrudgingly, seats her anyway. As Coraline shuffles into her seat, she realizes the seats all around her are filled with other terriers. The other Miss Spink and other Miss Forcible appear on stage. They perform a circus routine, and then, as the dogs applaud their antics, they unzip their elderly bodies to reveal a beautiful young woman. Oh, that's so... I found
Body horror.
What? Beautiful young woman inside this bodysuit. So it's like their young selves. The young selves the whole time. The other Miss Spink and the other Miss Forcible began performing Shakespeare scenes to the dogs' applause before they announcing that they have a new part of their act they'd like to perform. They request a volunteer for the audience, and one of the dogs urges Coraline to go up to the stage. The other Miss Forcible produces a knife from a box, and while Miss Spink directs Coraline to a board at the corner of the stage, she places a balloon over Coraline's head and steps away. Miss Forcible throws a knife at Coraline and pops the balloon on her head, and the dogs applaud. Whoa! The other Speaks gives Coraline a box of chocolate as a prize. When Coraline returns to her seat, one of the dogs begs her for a chocolate. Coraline says she thought dogs couldn't eat chocolate. Dog, please don't give your doggos chocolate. Doggos do not eat chocolate, okay? Just because the doggo says, please give me chocolate, say no. Say no, okay? Chocolates are for hares and demons and humans, you know? And raccoons and other demons, too. and bunnies. But that's a ghost.
Yes, chat. Feed other animals chocolate. That's safe.
I meant VTubers. No. Feed VTubers chocolate. Ah, keep living in denial, bunny. I am not a bunny queen. There's a joke I had about unzipping the suits, but I don't know if the bunny bot will block it or not. The bunny block. I keep getting this name, this B word. I did block the word bunny before, but then I realized it's blocking Dust Bunny, so I had to unblock it. Darn it! They keep teasing me. Oh.
Just start calling them dust hairs.
Dust hairs? Yeah. Dusty hairs. No dust bunnies anymore.
Bunny,
Just
boing,
dust
boing.
hairs. Hi, Marty! Hi, welcome in! It's Marty Bunny. See? Bunny. Dust Bunny. Dust Bunny Marty.
Hi, Rococo. Hi.
We were just talking about the dust bunnies. We're gonna be dusty hairs. There's a rumor started by cats. Oh, you're blaming the cat now. I'll be auto-blocked, I guess. No! No, Marty, just the word typed out in the chat. Bunny. But you'll be fine. He's fine. You could be Marty B, like Bugs B. Instead of Bugs Bunny. Dusty hair sounds gross.
Yum.
Okay, I got you. Okay, you got a point there. That does sound. I just realized what that sounds like. It sounds like an old dusty wig or something. Alright, the dog insists that in this world, it's all they eat. The other Miss Spink and the other Miss Forcible continue performing scenes from Shakespeare. Coraline asks how much longer the performance is. The dog next to her tells her that this never ends. Coraline stands up and leaves. This is a never-ending performance. You're like, I'm out, pretty much. Coraline's just like, I don't know.
It's fun for the first 5 minutes.
Out of the lawn in front of the house. It's like, oh my gosh, never-ending play. Boy, that's a lot of work. Coraline finds her other parents waiting for her with large smiles on their faces. Oh. They bring her back to the house as they walk. Coraline, other mother strokes Coraline's hair. She has like these weird long fingernails. Just scary. Scary. Coraline tells her to stop, and she does. Coraline's other father asks if Coraline likes it in this world. Coraline says she does. Coraline's other mother tells her that she can stay here forever if she like. Coraline considers the question, shifting her hands around in her pockets. As she does, she feels a stone with a hole in it. Coraline's other father tells her that if she wants to stay, she has to do one small, simple thing. He brings her to the kitchen on a nice plate. He and Coraline, other mother, had laid out a set of black buttons. They insist her changing her eyes won't hurt a bit, but Coraline knows that they're lying. Coraline says she wants to leave. Her other mother seems upset, but tells Coraline she can go if she wants. Her other father tells her he looks forward to seeing her when she comes back. Coraline hurriedly returns to the hall and begins walking down the long, dark corridor to her own home. She senses that the very old and very slow thing in the dark behind her, but doesn't dare turn back. So her other mother and her other father wanted her to sew black little buttons as eyes on her own eyes. That's how she wants to like initiate into that world. Hey, no, don't do it. Don't. If somebody asks you to sew buttons on your eyes, just say, call the police. That might be a good idea. Call the police. There you go. Tell them Rococo said you need to call the police because they're gonna sew buttons on your eyes. No. It's like how Rococo identity crisis as a hair never ends. What do you mean identity crisis? I know who I am. Do you know who you are? Ching ching, her eyes will hurt. Ask Invader Zim. Did they change eyes in Invader Zim? Huh? I'll just politely decline. I hope that works, Smarty. I hope politely declining works. Coraline uses the old black key. This is chapter 5. We're on chapter 5 to lock the drawing room door tight. Then she puts the key ring on the kitchen counter. She is surprised to find that her mother still isn't home. Coraline makes herself some toast using her frozen bread and waits for her parents to return from their errands. But even as dark falls, they haven't come home yet. Coraline microwaves another pizza for dinner and goes back to bed. In the morning, Coraline's parents are still missing. That afternoon, Coraline goes down to see Miss Spink and Miss Forcible. The servers her some tea and ask her for her mother and father are doing. Coraline explains that her parents are missing, and she says they vanished under mysterious circumstances. But Miss Spink and Miss Forcible don't seem to register that Coraline is saying and is instead tell her that they're going to visit Miss Spink's niece for the following day. They're like, that's nice, honey. Your parents are missing.
Oh, no problem.
It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Don't believe her. She's parents are missing.
The cop was awesome.
Thank you for the hydrate, Sonic. You don't. Thank y'all. A kid got his eyes. What? Oh no! Really? His eyes got replaced in Invader Zim. Scary. I got the soda. Soda. I got everything. Coffee, soda, water.
I got you covered.
Thank you for the lurk, Braxton. Did you get you sleep? Thank you for the headbutts. Thank you. Coraline returns home and uses money from her piggy bank to go out and buy some groceries. When she returns home, she busies herself by writing a story on her father's computer. She got real bored. Something she normally is not allowed to do, and takes a long bubble bath. Coraline puts herself to bed and she gets sleepy but wakes up in the middle of the night frightened. She goes into her parents' bedroom, climbs under the covers, and cries herself back to sleep alone. That's so messed up, though, that nobody like, hey, my parents are missing. That's okay, honey. That's fine. Oh my goodness. Coraline wakes with a start to find the cat batting at her face with its paws. Coraline asks the cat if it knows where her parents are. It blinks in response. Coraline asks the cat to take her to them, and the cat leads Coraline down the hall to a large mirror that has been hanging on the wall since the Johnsons moved in. By the way, the Johnsons is Coraline's family's last name, so it's Coraline Johnsons. Coraline turned on the lights and looked in the mirror. She sees not only her reflection in it, but her mother and her father as well. They look sad and alone, and I wave at her dejectedly. What is dejectedly? They wave sadly. Coraline watches as her mother breathes onto the mirror to fog it up, and writes "Help us" in the steam with her finger. Soon, Coraline's parents fade away. Oh, that was scary. That would scare me so much. I have to wait it out. I couldn't eep. Uh-oh. Maybe if you listen to the Coraline story, you'll get really eepy. Yeah. Too bad I can't share audio clips in chat. I want to share my Rococo impression. Oh my goodness. I mean, it would be fun if you could do like a little voice clip thing redeem. But that would definitely have to be like monitored so it doesn't get abused.
Mm-hmm. Too risky.
Yeah. Coraline calls the police and explains that that her parents have been kidnapped into a world on the other side of the mirror. The dispatcher believing Caroline is joking and having a nightmare, urges her to go back to sleep instead. Coraline dons her slipper and robe and fills her pockets with apples and lights up a candle and a flashlight because her flashlight refuses to work. Dressed and prepared, Coraline pulls the old black key off the key ring and heads down to the drawing room. She's like, if the police are not going to help, I'm going to help my parents because that's the only thing that she can do. But when she locks the door, she becomes scared. She runs back to her bedroom to retrieve the stone from Miss Spink and Miss Forcible. The talisman in her pocket, she returns to the drawing room once more. As Coraline prepares to open the door, she tells the cat a story about how when she was younger, her father used to take her exploring at an old dump between their houses and the shops. Yeah, this is the one we were talking about. One day while exploring, Coraline heard her father urge her to run away up a nearby hill. Coraline obliged, and when she got to the top, she turned back to see that her father had disturbed a wasp nest. Coraline only got stung once, but her father was covered in welts. And when they returned, her father realized he'd dropped his glasses and went back to the dump to retrieve them. Coraline says that she realized her father bravely didn't come from absorbing the stings. Realized her father's bravery didn't come from absorbing the stings for Coraline. It came from going back, even though he got stung. When you're scared, but you still do it anyway, she tells the cat. That's brave. That's brave. What is this? Too bad I can't share. Oi. That's the mocking Charlie. The mocking Charlie? What do you mean? The one click of mocking the noise. That's kind of stupid. That's kind of stupid. What's kind of stupid? At least wear a bee suit. But you need a wasp suit, Marty. It's not bees. It's not the bees. It's a different creature, just like you would wear a hare suit for hares, not a bunny suit. It's different. As Coraline and the cat opened the door and walked through the dark hall. Bad example! No, it's a perfect example. I might have saw a bunny slash hare this morning. Oh, cute. I didn't get a good look. It hopped away. And it hopped away. Banana to the very next time. Boom, 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 boom. Rococo is a bunny stuck in a hare suit. No! I heard that about it. Oh. Alright. What? As Coraline and the cat opened the door and walked through the dark hall in the other version of Coraline's house, the cat begins to speak. He warns Coraline that returning to the other house is perhaps stupid, but before Coraline can snap back at the cat, her candle goes out. Frightened, Coraline runs down the hall and right into the waiting arms of the other mother. Coraline asks where her parents are, and the other mother, gesturing toward the other father sitting in a nearby chair. And since Coraline has already found her parents, the other father offers to make Coraline a midnight snack. Determined to be brave, Coraline says that she doesn't need a snack and pulls an apple from her pocket. Some brave stuff. The other mother gives Coraline a sinister smile. Coraline tells the other mother that she wants her parents back. The other mother says she doesn't have Coraline parents, and add that if they left, it must be because they grew bored of her. The other mother promises Coraline that if she stays here, she'll never be abandoned again. Well, what was that, Braxton? So we got a banned message in the chat. You know?
Oh no.
What?
Keep that guy banned.
What's that?
I'm not gonna say on stream, Bubba.
Oh, okay, dokie. We can talk about it after stream. It's a bot. Ah, okay. Oh, did Siri bot not work? Plus, they told you to turn your stream. Stream P? What? PFF? What's that?
Off.
Oh.
Mistyped.
Oh, they told you to turn your stream off? Why? Okay.
Doesn't matter, don't focus on it. Move
No,
on.
I'm just curious. That's really odd. Nothing. Huh, oh well. Thank you, Braxton. Appreciate it. Alright. Wait. Coraline tells other mother she doesn't believe in her. In response, the other mother bewitches the hall mirror to play a scene in which shows Caroline's real mother and father relieved to be free of her, heading out to a summer holiday and saying how grateful they are to her other mother for taking Caroline and Coraline. Sorry, I did Caroline.
You did it.
I did it. Coraline, poor Coraline. Coraline tells the other mothers, I said Caroline instead of Coraline, that she doesn't believe what she's just shown her, but admits privately that there's a tiny bit of doubt in her heart. To the other mother summons the rat to her side and orders it to retrieve the black key from the door in Coraline's world. So, by the way, the rat's in the other world.
What the is that?
No! At least I did bleep that. I did bleep that. That was what do you mean? Why did you do that to the Dutch bunnies? Oh no. Or was that to the mirror? Yeah, that the mirror is creepy. Imagine having your parents on this trapped in the mirror. It feels like a big fantasy fairy tale that you just have to kind of just accept at this point because you have no other reality to challenge.
I mean, think about this. If you're in her position, that must be the scariest thing ever. I mean, we are just reading this as a book, but imagine you're in this messed up reality where everything's so unbelievable that no matter who you're trying to get involved to get help, just writes you off as being insane or, in her case, a child.
Yeah.
Oh, you're just imagining this. Haha.
Yeah. Very true. Just a child.
This is like the children's book version of Silent Hill, really. You can go through all of this messed up stuff and nobody's gonna believe you. They look like monsters to you. Yeah.
Dawn's playing Silent Hill. I don't think I don't think it's in that game, though.
It's Silent Hill 3.
Silent Hill 3.
Yeah.
Dawn, are you gonna play all the Silent Hill games?
Silent Hill 3 is gold.
I might. I'm not sure.
You play Silent Hill. Play the old ones. It's gonna be easier on your brain.
How so?
Or just play Silent Hill F. It has a fox girl in it.
Silent Hill F is not scary at all.
The Horrocks is not scary. Has a fox girl. Fox squirrel girl.
Okay.
Alright. Back to
Yeah.
the other mothers. Huh?
So, like, I also had a quote for that chapter.
Oh,
ahead.
okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so when she talks to Mrs. Spink and Mrs. Forcible, she says, they say, how are your dear mother and father? Asked Mrs. Spink. Missing, said Coraline. I haven't seen either of them since yesterday. I'm on my own. I think I've probably become a single child family. And that's just so funny to me.
I find that crazy. As I'm just like, if you heard a kid say that and be like, oh my gosh, let me go check it out. Let's go call the police and do a welfare check. You know? But it's
Normal
just
people
like,
logic, yes.
yeah, I just find that so crazy.
I do find that to be a recurring theme with this book. There is absolutely no normal people logic in this.
Normal
Like,
people
no reaction whatsoever. The closest thing to real reactions is the cop on the phone. That I can picture. Everything else is, like, so conveniently surreal.
Caroline. Survival of the fittest. But yeah, it's just so bizarre. But it's just like, oh, that's not. It's basically, that's nice, honey, kind of thing, you know.
I mean, the
Kids
best
like-
way you can describe all of this away, so it still makes sense, is that Mr. Bobo, Miss Spink, and the other lady, they're
Miss
just
Forcible,
senile.
yeah.
They're just, yeah, Miss Forcible. They're just senile. Like,
they're
they're
very
old,
old, yeah.
and very demented, and they're just not fully there anymore.
Probably they just, but which that makes it ultimately really scary because if that's all the people that you have to talk to, then you have nobody to really help you. Exactly, yeah. The whole stream was Tangia sound alerts, and it's lovely. It's true. Best way to understand how horrifying a cartoon or animation can be is to imagine if it was live action. Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, how creepy with like the big button eyes and the long fingernails and.
Yeah, we are getting into real bad horror, body horror. It's like amazing. I now
Like,
want
if
the
they-
live action Coraline movie.
We need a live action Coraline.
You know, the Tim
Wow.
Burton animated movie doesn't do it justice. We need like a Silent Hill-esque live action movie of this.
Ooh, that would be so
I
scary.
would watch that,
That
man.
would be scary. So, I mean, I'm going to say this, that this book has been banned in schools.
What? Really? No.
Yeah. At least that's what I read. Maybe I'm gonna double check sources.
Are we getting into, you know, weird iceberg territory here?
Oh, okay. On official basis, but it has been faced due to scary and dark themes. So there was some that was not had it, but it wasn't like overall banned. But they did have some that weren't. They weren't in there.
That sounds like a whole of BS. Like someone spreading the rumor it got banned, but there's no proof.
Yeah, it was in one of the reviews. I think that's probably
I don't
why
know, exaggerated.
it might have been exaggerated. That's why I said the double checking.
No shrimping.
Ah, thank you. I will not shrimp. I need to start sitting up. Thank you. Thank you for the posture check, Sonic. Thank you.
This extraordinary creature is half blind, half deaf, and this is just about as fast as it can move.
Ouch! Ouch! Oh my god, that's painful! Oh my goodness! Why? Why?
That was mean, but it was awesome.
Oh, but why? I had to when I found it. Oh, wait, that one. Oh, that hurt my feet. My horror feelings are hard. Why? Sad.
Better than Mark called you ugly. Markiplier called me ugly. That was sad. It was also sad. Okay, so it was taken out of some schools, but not like banned all over all. But they do. But to be honest, they took away Harry Potter before as well because like they said there was witchcraft. Remember that?
Oh god.
So I mean, that's like on a base by base kind of thing. So
Yeah, but
well, good thing I looked at. I double checked it, the source. Did we do book club right already? We're doing it right now. Hello, Elemental. Hi, welcome in. We're on chapter 5. Where we have... Okay, there we go. Let me see where I left off. Okay, we have the Midnight Sack. Determined to be brave. Ah, she got... Okay, yeah, there we go. Yeah, she saw the her parents in the mirror. Ba, ba, ba. Yeah. Thank you for the love. Thank you, Raction. Hi, Dawn. Hi, Ellie. Hi, yo. We have Nick here as well. Hello, Bondarel. Hello.
Hi.
Answer the pin question. How does Tangia work? Oh, it's Tangia is a add-on. You can find it on the Twitch page, and if you donate bits, you can make little animations appear on the screen. Yeah. Like you can search up which you want to put on there, and then you can put it on there. It's a little special thing for people who would like to be supportive, which I appreciate it. Yeah. But they have like a whole thing you can search for anything you want. Like there's like everything on there. Like any kind of situational basis. Lots of, yeah. They have, I think they have text to speech, and then they have little GIFs and everything. Not lots of, it's, sometimes they're cheaper on there. It depends. It's usually like 50 bits, is like, I think the minimum, and they have like bigger ones that you can do. But yeah, it's just, it's optional thing. For fun. For funsies. So we looked at the parents that were in the mirror, and we saw that they were like, oh, we're glad that Coraline's gone. No, now we can go on vacation and stuff. And then other mothers like, look, they don't want you. See, look, they don't want you here. And Coraline's like, oh, I don't believe it. They're bored of you. And she said, I don't believe it, pretty much. But you know, there's a little thing, you know, maybe that could be a real, you know, a real
doubt is an evil thing.
Doubt is very evil. Maybe those could be a real, you know, real thing that happened. So Coraline tells the other mother she doesn't believe in her, and her response, the other mother bewitches the whole mirror. Okay, we get that. And the other mother summons a rat to her side and orders it to retrieve the black key from the door in Coraline's world. The rat quickly does so. Coraline asks why the other mother doesn't have her own key. The other father answers her, explaining that there is only one key for the only one door. The other mother hushes him up and then locks the door from her side and tucks the key into her pocket. The other mother tells Coraline rather coldly that she is her and other father are going to bed, and she urges Coraline to do the same. Coraline is afraid to go to sleep in a strange other bedroom, so she walks out of the front door and sits on the step. The cat approaches Coraline, rubs against her. Coraline asks why the other mother wants her to stay. The cat replies that the other mother wants something to love, or perhaps something to eat. It's hard to tell what creatures like that other mother, the cat says, really want. Coraline asks the cat what he suggests she do. And the cat tells Coraline to challenge the other mother to a game. What kind of thing, he says. She loves games. Coraline asks the cat what kind of thing the other mother is, but the cat refuses to answer her. The cat suggests Coraline get some sleep as she has a long day ahead of her. Coraline goes back inside, sneaks into her room, and pushes her heavy toy box in front of the door. She gets into bed and falls asleep. She ponders the cat's suggestion. Read chapter 6. And we have on top of chapter 6. Do you want to chime in and read as well? Warwick? We have...
Let's see. Even so, Caroline thought she didn't
quite...
quite...
You can do this summary, it's better on this side.
You want that one? Alright. Coraline
It's more
wakes up
detailed.
feeling disoriented and displaced. It takes her a moment to remember who and where she is. She climbs out of bed and opens the closet to get dressed. The clothes in her closet are all fancy costumes, save for a dark pair of velvet jeans and a grey sweater, with tiny wrinkling stars sewn into the fabric. Coraline is hesitant to wear the clothes, but she puts them on anyway, and makes sure to transfer the stone with the hole in it from her rope, well, if you put it away, I can't read it, pocket to, from her rope pocket to the pocket of her new jeans. Can you go down a bit?
Ooh.
Coraline goes into
There we
the
go.
kitchen to find it empty. She walks down the hall to her other father's study and finds him sitting inert at the desk. Coraline asks where the other mother is, and the other father says she's dealing with a vermin problem. When Coraline asks if there's trouble with the rats, the other father says that the cat is the problem. Coraline notices that her other father's face looks strange. It has grown vague and doughy. Coraline says she's going to go exploring. But the other father tells her there's no point in doing so. The house and the grounds are all the other mother made, before resting and waiting for Coraline. Realizing he's said too much, the other father tells Coraline he isn't allowed to talk to her anymore. Coraline wanders through the house. She tries the hall door, but it is locked, as she suspected it would be. She looks around the drawing room and is stunned to find that it is an exact replica of her own home's drawing room, except for one detail. A snow globe with two little people on it in the mantelpiece. Coraline shakes the snow globe once, then heads out the front door to explore the woods. As Coraline wanders through the woods, the trees become more shapeless with each step. Coraline realizes that the other mother didn't bother with this part of the world, since she assumed it would never be used. Coraline keeps walking until she finds herself in a mist, but the mist is not like regular fog, and instead feels like walking into nothing. Coraline keeps walking until there's nothing but whiteness all around her. Go down a bit. The cat appears beside Coraline and tells her she's wasting her time, as the other mother didn't fill in this part of the world. Coraline again asks the cat what the other mother really is. Again, the cat won't answer her. Coraline and the cat keep walking along and soon arrive back at the front of the house. Coraline wonders aloud now how one could possibly walk away from something and still come back to it. The cat explains they've walked all the way around the other mother's tiny world. Spider's webs, he says, need only be big enough to catch the prey. Coraline says the other father told her that the other mother is trying to keep the cat out. The cat laughs at the other mother's attempts to try to keep him away, insisting that there are many ways in and out of this world even the other mother doesn't know of. Coraline asks more about the place they're in, but the cat says only that the other mother has been here a long time. The cat pounces suddenly and lands on a large black rat. It explains that all the rats in this world are the other mother's spies. The cat plays with the rat cruelly until Coraline tells it to stop. In response, the cat takes the rat in its mouth and walks off into the woods. Coraline returns to the house and wanders to the hall mirror. She looks in it and sees only herself, but she soon feels the other mother's hand on her shoulder. She is shocked to realize the other mother's reflection does not register in the mirror. The other mother asks brightly if Coraline would like to play a game. Coraline says she doesn't want to play with the other mother. She wants to find her parents and go home. The other mother insists she will break Coraline's proud spirit with her love. Coraline says she will never love the other mother. The other mother asks Coraline to follow her so that they can negotiate. In the living room, the other mother sits on the sofa and takes out a paper bag. She extends it to Coraline, believing it candy. Coraline takes a peek. but instead discovers that the bag is full of beetles. Coraline refuses them, but the other mother begins munching happily on the beetles. The other mother asks if Coraline wants to enjoy a nice, quiet evening together, eating delicious food and playing with the rats.
12 whole years of bunny shenanigans, oh.
Bunny shenanigans, thank you so much! Thank you for the resub. 28! 12 whole years. It's not, as you know, 12 whole years. Oh, 12 years, oh my god. No. Thank you, Chicken Bed, thank you for the free sub. Thank you, welcome in. 12 whole bunny shenanigans. But what about Harry's shenanigans? Eating beetles would bug me. I think that would bug. That would bug anybody.
You don't say.
But
Alright. Coraline is perturbed by the other mother's long white fingers, which flutter endlessly as she talks. When Coraline refuses the other mother's offer, the other mother pulls Coraline into the hallway, pulls a silver key from her pocket and opens the hall mirror. She throws Coraline inside the dim closet behind it and tells her she can come out when she's learned her manners.
oh yeah, this is where Coraline gets to get into the mirror, finds out some secrets from the other mother, the mother from another mother, the other mother.
The what?
No, I don't know. Don't listen to me.
Don't get caught.
Caught with the other mother, with another mother. Harry's shenanigans, exactly. We go into Harry shenanigans. Harry shenanigans. Alright, so we're on chapter 7. Thank you, Horwake, for reading.
No problem.
If you guys want to read a chapter, you can also, if you want to. Easily do. I have these chapter summaries right here. So we have chapter 7. This one's a little bit shorter than the last one. Coraline begins crying, but quickly stops herself, knowing she needs to figure out where she is. She begins feeling her way around the tiny dark room, and soon her hands pass over a small, warm face. Coraline is about to scream, but a voice whispers in her ear and tells her to be quiet. The beldam might be listening. Another voice asks if Coraline is alive. And Coraline says she is. Coraline asks, who the voices belong to? A third voice says that there are 3 of them and have been imprisoned for so long that no longer than they remember their names. Coraline's eyes just in the dark. She's able to see shapes before her. Children, but about the same size as Coraline herself. Who's Harry? Well, I'm pretty hairy. Yeah. Coraline reaches out of the hand of the voice, who just laminated, forgetting its name, and squeezes it. She asks the child if it's a boy or a girl. The child says it isn't sure, but believes it's to be a boy. Coraline asks how the 3 children ended up here. One of them says that she stole their hearts and stole souls and imprisoned them in the dark. The 3 children all have similar stories in finding their other mother waiting for them on the other side of the door in their house. One of the voices urges Coraline to flee, but she says she can't until she rescued her parents. One of the voices, speaking in a strange, antique tongue, suggests that if Coraline is planning on winning her parents back from the beldam, she could also win back the lost children's souls, and the other mothers has hidden them within her little world. Coraline asks what will happen to her if she fails, and the other one's voices says that the other mother will turn Coraline into a husk. Another voice urges Coraline again to simply flee, but Coraline insists running away won't work. Coraline offers to bring children with her when the other mother lets her out of the mirror room, but the others reply that they shrivel up in the light without their souls. Coraline closes her eyes, feeling defeated. As she falls asleep, she hears one of the children whisper to her, "Look through the stone." Wait, Papa. Wait. Huh? Wait a minute. Wait. My thinking face. Coraline, we're on chapter 3 now. I think. Yeah. Chapter 3. Chapter 8! Sorry. Reading something else.
You're going backwards.
Yeah, going backwards. We're in chapter. Really? Oh my god, no, not good. Coraline wakes to find herself being carried. The other mother is carrying her to the kitchen as Coraline struggles to rouse herself fully. The other mother sits Coraline down on the countertop, and Coraline resents the feeling of having been cuddled and loved by her for just a moment as she carried her in the same way Coraline's real mother used to. Coraline notices that the other mother looks happier and healthier. Her hair is floating around her face, wriggling like snakes, and her button eyes seem brighter. She polished her button eyes. Ooh. It's a big day for her. Run. Coraline asks the other mother if she's planning on turning Coraline into a dead shell like the other children. I know, it's just like Coraline, just like a very curious child. Are you gonna... Mom, hi, other mother. Are you going to turn me into a husk? Maybe? Don't do that, please, other mother. I wouldn't like that. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, bye. Okay, thanks, bye. Into a dead shell like the other children in the closet, and the other mother plays dumb and starts cooking Coraline lavish breakfast. She eats beetles and stuff, but she cooks good food. I mean normal food, I guess. She insists that she loves Coraline, and the ghosts aren't real. Coraline says she knows that the other mother likes games and asks if the other mother would like to win Coraline. Fair and square. The other mother clearly intrigued as Coraline what she means. Coraline explains that she wants to propose a challenge. If she loses, she'll stay in the other mother's world forever and replace her eyes with buttons. If she wins, however, then the other mother has to let Coraline, her parents, and the dead children go. The other mother sets Coraline's breakfast down on the kitchen table and asks what kind of game Coraline would like to play. Coraline says she'd like to play a Finding Things game and search for her parents in the souls of the lost children who live behind the mirror. The other mother decides Coraline's challenge is a deal. Coraline asks the other mother to swear. The other mother swears on her mother's grave. Coraline asks if the other mother's has a grave, and the other mother says that she put her in there herself.
Yep. Best part of the whole book.
Coraline, perturbed, asks the other mother to swear on something else, waggling her fingers. The other mother swears on her right hand. Coraline agrees to the deal and hungrily scarfs her breakfast. She was really scared of eating that breakfast. That was like very sus from the other mother. Challenge her to Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel! Yeah, I'll challenge you to duels. Get the Yu-Gi-Oh! Watch out. There's like the wrist thing. It's time to duel! Mom. Other mother. Oh my gosh. See, they need scenes like this. It's beautiful.
What? The grave scene?
No, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Tandadool.
I think that would have broken the tension.
Oh no. It would be kind of scary though. When Coraline finishes, it's scary and funny at the same time. I'm just imagining the live action. Ooh. Hey do. So she's asking a murderer if they gonna murder. Yep, pretty much. You're not gonna Hey murderer, you're not gonna murder me, are you? Nah. Okay, thanks. Thank you. Pretty much. Coraline finishes eating. She begins her exploring game. She starts searching the house for souls and the lost children, but she doesn't really find what souls look like, how big they are, or where they might be hidden. The other mother seemingly watches Coraline search for a while, then vanishes. Coraline leaves the kitchen and wanders into the hallway. She takes the stone from her pocket and then holds it in her hand. In the mirror, she sees the stone glow like a gem rather than a plain old pebble. Coraline goes into her bedroom and looks around for the souls under the bed and in the toy box. She's frustrated when she can't find anything that looks like a soul. Or something a soul might be hiding in. But then she remembers the voice telling her to look through the hole in the stone. Coraline lifts the stone in her eye. Through the hole, the world appears gray and colorless. The only thing that it has color in it is the glass marble on the bottom of the toy box. It glows red and fiery. Coraline picks it up. As she does, she hears one of the lost children's voices congratulating her on a job well done and nervously urging her to hurry up and find the other two. Coraline feels uncomfortable in her other clothes and changes back into her pajamas and robe. Yeah, she was wearing the clothing from the other mother world. So she was like, nah. I feel like very uncomfortable in this. We're just gonna go with our pajamas that we came into this world with. Yeah, I don't want this charade of a clothing.
Takes me back to our pre-stream conversation. What? It's not real denim?
It's not real denim. It's not. It was like velvet. She had a velvet little velvet coat. What was the coat? The velvet pants. Yeah. Coraline feels uncomfortable in other clothes and changes into her pajamas and robe. As she puts the marble and the stone into the pocket of the robe and steps into the hall, she feels a strong wind stinging her face. One of the lost children's voices is in her ear, warning her that the other mother is angry. Coraline shouts out, calling for the other mother and ordering her to play fair, and the quickly wind dies. Coraline decides to look in the other Miss Spink and the other forcible flat for another soul. When she approaches the door, however, she finds that the Marique is nearly out. Inside the theater, the stage is dark and the seats are empty. She finds a flashlight on the ground and she uses it to look around. The theater looks as if it has been abandoned for years. It was like only a mirage. And there are hairless jellyfish things hanging from the ceiling. They have strange shapes on them that remind Coraline of dogs, bats, and spiders all at once. A dog bat spider. Bleh. And they were hanging upside down on the ceiling. So that's what they truly look like. There was like a mirage of them being terriers. Coraline shines her light on the stage, and up on the back wall there is a huge grayish-white creature that seems to be gesturing in some sort of sack. As Coraline approaches the sack, she seems to see that it's contained two-headed, many-limbed creature. Coraline looks around the theater, through the stone, half hoping that there's no souls to be found, so that she can leave, but to be horror that she realizes the creature is in the sack is holding another glowing marble. Oh. Coraline approaches the creature in the sack, pushes her hand inside the... Oh, I hate that the description of it is like a crackling of fire when she puts her hand in the sack. Ugh. And wrestles the marble from one of the creature's many hands. Coraline looks at the creature's face. They appear to be versions of the other younger Miss Spink and Miss Forcible. But their faces have melted like candle wax. Suddenly, as the hand tries to grab at Coraline, the other creature's heads begin wailing. But Coraline turns and runs. The horrible dog, bat, spider creature come from the ceiling, chase Coraline, and she outruns them and hears the voice of the second lost child congratulating her, once again urging her to hurry up and find the last remaining soul. We are on chapter 9. We only have a couple chapters to go. You want to read another one, Horwick?
The sad one is with the whole spider sack thing, the crackling of fire and stuff. I know how bad that one is. I once stepped on one by accident and I immediately knew I messed up. Like really bad. It's such a unique sound when you go through one of those. I don't know, something about the spider silk stuff when they like web it in really hard, that crunch, it doesn't sound like anything else. You immediately know, oh no, this is unnatural, this is weird.
Sticky to you too. Spiders, no. We're just
God, I hate spiders.
No spiders.
Alright. Outside, Coraline realizes that the world has become covered in mist. The other mother is on the lawn, wearing a cross expression on her face. When Coraline tells the other mother that she's collected 2 souls, the other mother replies, simply that she loves Coraline. Coraline realizes that while the other mother probably does love her on some level, she loves her as a dragon loves its gold. The other mother offers to help Coraline get into the extra flat in the house, the empty one, then opens her mouth. She pulls a small brass key from her tongue and hands it to Coraline, then disappears. Coraline heads around to the empty flat. A voice in her ear warns her not to go in. The lost children try to tell Coraline that the other mother would never help her. Coraline agrees with them, but goes inside anyway. The apartment looks as if it had been moved out of in a hurry. There is no furniture inside or pictures on the wall. In the apartment's bedroom, she finds a trapdoor in the floor. So she's frightened, she opens it, descends, and turns on the cellar light. At the bottom of the steps, Coraline finds a heap of curtains and notices a bad smell in the air. She sees a foot sticking out from the curtains and pulls them aside. On the ground is a pale and swollen grub-like creature with buttons for eyes. Coraline is revolted, but when the creature opens its mouth and says her name, she becomes full of pity. She realizes this creature is what used to be her other father. Coraline asks the creature if her parents are down here, or perhaps one of the lost children's soul. The creature, however, says that nothing is here but him. One of his button eyes falls out. Coraline apologizes to the creature, realizing that the other mother must have punished him for telling Coraline too much by placing him down here to die. The creature tells Coraline she needs to run. The other mother is pushing it to hurt Coraline. Coraline begs the thing to be strong and brave, and resists the other mother's orders, but the grub-like creature lunges at her. Coraline reaches for its face and pulls the remaining button out, then takes advantage of the creature's diminished senses to creep towards the exit. As Coraline mounts the stairs, the grub hears her and gives chase, but Coraline outruns it and slams the trapdoor on its head. Coraline, stunned, walks out of the flat as fast as she can and locks the door behind her. Coraline tries to tell herself that she's brave, but she isn't so sure how much longer she can keep her spirits up.
No, thank you, Warwick. That
No
was
problem.
chapter 9. No, chapter 5. No, Marty. We're going forward, not backwards.
I was so sorry for the grub.
I felt sad too, because you can tell it was just like a minion that was just doing orders, but he wanted to help.
It was also the only minion that actually tried to help her at points.
Yeah. He tried to help Coraline. You can tell that he was trying to like give her information and stuff, and then he got punished for being too informative to Coraline and trying to help her. Oh, did we lose Dawn? Oh,
Did we?
yeah. What? Oh wait, she's back. Welcome back.
I just got kicked for being inactive.
Oh. Ouch. No! Discord is horrible.
It's okay,
Yes,
Dawn can
hi.
read the next one.
Oh, you want to read? Oh,
Oh.
we're on chapter. You're like, what? Don's like, what? We're on chapter 10 summary. She's like, uh-oh. You kicked me out.
Deer in the headlight right now. It's like, oh!
I got volunteered for book club.
I mean, it's okay, she doesn't have to.
I wasn't
Yes,
prepared
it's
to
good.
read it.
It's okay, don't worry. I'll read it. Alright, we're on chapter 10. We got a couple more left and to the end of the book, and then
Yeah, we're getting pretty final here.
Yeah. Chapter 10. Coraline heads upstairs on the side of the building that the other crazy old man's flat. Mr. Bobo! Other Mr. Bobo. She is full of fear as she ascends, but reminds herself that she is an explorer, and that if she made it out of the empty flat alive, she can do anything. Still, Coraline fears that whatever lies in store for her upstairs will be worse than the creature in the empty flat. At the top of the stairs, Coraline opens the door and lets herself in. She immediately hears the rats singing their creepy, threatening song, and they can see their red eyes staring in through the dark. A voice in another room calls to Coraline, and she follows it onto the bedroom around the corner. Coraline tries to calm her mounting fear by reminding herself that everything in the world is either an illusion or a copy of something from the old world. She stops suddenly for a second, remembering the snow globe on the mantelpiece and wondering why there is something in this world that doesn't exist in her own. The voice rings out again, beckoning Coraline to the bedroom. Coraline makes her way to the door and to the room and peers in. She sees the other crazy old man upstairs, sitting in the dark, bundled in his coat. He speaks to Coraline and urges her to stay in this world where she'll be loved and appreciated, and she's never bored or ignored. Coraline asks the other crazy old man if she will be able to have anything she wants if she stays in this world, and he assures her that she'll have whatever she desires. Coraline tells the other old man that life would be no fun if she got everything she wanted. He got baited. She was like, can I have everything I want? And he's like, you can have anything you want. And then she's like, nah, I don't want it. No, that's boring. I love how she does that. She got everything she wanted, and he can't understand that because he's just a bad copy of a person. The other crazy old man sadly states that he is not a copy anymore. Coraline looks through the stone and sees a blue glow coming from the other crazy old man's chest. She doesn't want to get any closer to him, but she knows she must. As soon as she takes a step into the room, however, the man falls apart and is not a man after all, but hundreds of rats in the shape of a man. What description? Rats that are in shape of a man? I think they meant that he was like, they were doing like, you know, a mass of rats that would make up a man, but it's not.
Well, we only ever saw him in a coat, right? And basically the whole inside of the coat was just full of rats.
Yeah, exactly.
There was never a person to begin with.
The rats scatter and flee, and Coraline realizes that the largest of them is carrying the marble. 3 kids in a trench coat. Yeah, pretty much, but it's just rats. It's just 3 rats in a trench coat. But, oh, they said hundreds, but we'll just say 3. Coraline follows the rats out the front door and the stairs, but at the bottom of the steps, she falls to the ground and her skins her knee and her palms on the concrete. Coraline is miserable. She has lost track of the rat, and she'll never recover the marble. Coraline believes that she has failed not only the lost children, but her parents herself. She closes her eyes and begins to cry. As soon as she hears a sound from just in front of her, she opens her eyes and sees the cat. He has brought the decapitated rat. Good job, cat. Which is still clutching the marble in its paws. Coraline picks up the marble and hears one of the lost children call to her. The child warns Coraline that the other mother is furious and will never let her leave. Coraline, however, is determined to complete the game. She has all 3 souls, and she knows that her parents are at last. Because the other mother can't create, she can only twist and corrupt. Something new in the house has caught Coraline's eyes, whereas the mantelpiece at home is empty of trinkets. The one here has a snow globe on it, and Coraline must get to it quickly. Coraline notices the cat has gone stiff, and its fur is sticking up. The cat warns Coraline that the world has gone flat all of a sudden, and then the mother has sealed up the way of her world. Coraline promises she'll get the cat home. Coraline picks the frightened cat up and feels it trembling in her arms. Coraline carries the cat inside as gently licks her wounds. As Coraline approaches the front door, she sees the house has changed. It looks flat, sketchy, and barrel form. Still, when Coraline pushes out the door, it opens and lets her through. Yeah, everything in the world started looking like a little kid's sketch of a house, like it was drawn out, and she was trying to reach for a door that was like pretty much flat. The house was flat, like it was a drawing of a door.
Imagine those modern video games with those really sketchy art styles, right? Kind of like that. And it's a nice parallel to the beginning of the book, because the very first thing she did when she was bored was draw stuff. And then she was like, okay, now I'm done. What next, right? And now the story is coming all the way around, where everything turns into a bad children's drawing, sort of.
Yeah. Of what the other mother is like. It's pretty much, it's showing that there's a collapse and everything because she's taking all the souls that she's been harboring.
It's also
and getting
strongly
the
hinting at the
power.
fact that this might all be in Coraline's head. Like, this might have started at the very beginning when she moved in, when she started painting something, right? And that turned into something bigger, that story she's now living through.
Especially if, like, everybody is not...
Yeah, if nobody takes her serious and stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense. The other mother confirmed flat earther.
Yeah, could be.
Flat earther, oh. Alright,
Can't
we're
rule
on
it out.
chapter 11. Coraline is surprised but relieved to find her other flat more or less the same when she left this early in the morning. So everything looks the same when you're inside the house, but everything else looks like a drawing. Chapter 4. No! We're not backwards! No,
We're going to chapter 4 again?
No! Oh, no. Oh, we got no 11. We're on 11. More or less the same as she left it earlier. The other mother, seeing that the cat in Coraline's arms... chides Coraline. Chides? What is that? What is? I'm not sure what this word is. Coraline for bringing vermin into the house. She's mad that she called the cat vermin. See, she's horrible, the other mother. But reminds Coraline once again that she loves her. Coraline tells the other mother she has a funny way of showing love, and she walks wordlessly toward the drawing room, carrying the cat the whole way. Coraline knows that the moment of truth is upon her. The other mother follows Coraline into the drawing room and stands between her and the mantelpiece. Coraline notices that the other mother appearance has changed. She has grown taller and paler. Her hair has turned into withering vines, and her teeth are sharper and longer. The other mother asks Coraline to produce the marbles from her pocket, and Coraline does so, but points out that still she has to find her parents. She urges herself privately not to even look at the mantelpiece. She wants to deceive the other mother for as long as she can. The other mother asks where Coraline thinks her parents are. Coraline says she doesn't believe they're hidden in the house. They must be, she says, in the passageway between the houses. The other mother smiles and offers to open the door. Coraline is pleased, and she's been counting on the other mother to need to gloat. Coraline holds the cat tight as the other mother makes her way for the door, unlocks it, and pulls it open. Coraline begins stepping backward toward the mantelpiece, and the other mother flings the door open, gleefully telling Coraline she's wrong, and now she'll have to stay forever. Coraline declares she isn't wrong. In one swift motion, she throws the cat in the mother's head. The cat lands on her and claws at her face. While the cat distracts the other mother, Coraline grabs the snow globe from the mantelpiece, runs toward the door, pulls the key from the lock, and calls for the cat to run behind her down the hallway. Together they hurry inside, pulling the door shut behind them. The other mother slips a hand through the door, however, it pulls. Coraline can feel the presence of her parents and the lost children in the hallway with her. She begs them to help her shut the door. They lend Coraline strength, and she yanks the door shut. She hears something drop to the floor as she does. Hi, Coco. Hi, Dawn. And there's a Nick here, too. Hello. Hi, Insomnia. How are you doing? Hi, welcome in. Coco. Welcome in. Hello.
Hi.
We are on almost the end of chapter 11. Without stopping to investigate, Coraline turns and begins to run down the hall toward her own world. A strong wind pushes against her and she senses the old, slow presence in the hall. She realizes it's much older and powerful than the other mother. Coraline continues running until she reaches the end of the hall. She re-enters the flat and locks the door behind her. Exhausted, Coraline gathers the cat in her arms and lies down on the fancy sofa in the drawing room. Ignoring her parents' rule about sitting on the old furniture, soon she falls in a deep sleep. We're on chapter 12. Couple more. We're ready for a little.
Should I take that one?
Yeah, you can read chapter 12 if you like.
All right. Coraline is awakened by her mother, gently shaking her and chiding her for sitting on the nice furniture in the drawing room. Coraline apologizes. Her mother tells her that dinner is in 15 minutes. She seems to have no recollection of being trapped in the other mother's world. Coraline goes to the bathroom to wash her scrapes and change out of her pajamas. In the pocket of her robe, she finds 3 marbles, the stone with the hole in it, the black key, and the snow globe, now empty. Coraline strings the key around her neck using some twine from her toy box, then goes to the kitchen and enjoys dinner with her parents. She is grateful to have them back, and eats her father's entire home-cooked meal. That night, as she gets into bed, Coraline keeps the key around her neck. As she falls asleep, she has a dream, in which she is at a picnic with the 3 lost children. She can see each of them clearly now. The smallest is a boy with red velvet breeches and a fine white shirt. The second is a tall girl in brown, shapeless peasant's clothes. The third is a pale girl, dressed in shimmering cloth.
The girl in brown wasn't in a peasant coat. She had a bonnet. A brown bonnet. She had a brown bonnet. That AI just called her a peasant. What the heck? Wow.
I knew you would point that one out. Because the bonnet's right up your alley.
She called a peasant.
Alright. The third is a pale girl dressed in shimmering cloth. She appears to have wings, but Coraline can't tell if they're part of a costume or not. The 3 children eat hungrily and thank Coraline for saving them. After the meal, the 4 of them play in the meadow together and then sit down to bowls of ice cream as dark falls. The lost children thank Coraline again for saving them and offer to do anything they can for her. Coraline says there's nothing she needs from them. It's all over. Too far. There. Thank you. All 3 children's faces darken with sadness for a moment, and then the winged girl says that Coraline's trials aren't yet finished. The tall girl states that even so the other mother swore to let Coraline go, she lied. The children can't tell Coraline what's coming for her, but they assure her she will be able to handle it. Coraline watches as the 3 children stand from the picnic and depart into the moonlight. Coraline wakes in the middle of the night, aroused from sleep by the sound of something scuttling outside her door. Coraline tells whatever it is to leave her alone. She thinks it sounds like a rat with an extra leg, as it hustles away. Coraline gets out of bed and opens the door, tiptoeing through the house in search of the thing. When she can't find it, she goes to the front door and opens it, standing alone in the grey light of dawn. Soon the thing scuttles past Coraline. It is, to her horror, the other mother's right hand, severed when Coraline slammed the door on it on her way back to her own world. Coraline realizes that the hand is after her key.
Ugh. She swore on that thing. She lied. Alright, I go... Ooh.
Oh boy, that's a long one.
Yeah, it's the last one. Chapter 13.
Do you want to do half and half?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Alright.
This is the last chapter of the book. As the day goes by, it seems to Coraline that her parents have no recollection. Chapter 1 incoming. No biting. No backwards. We're going forwards. Hopefully. As the days go by, it seems to Coraline that her parents have no recollection of being trapped in the other mother's world. She isn't even sure if they're aware that they lost 2 days of their lives. The same night that she discovered the other mother hand roaming around the house, Coraline realized the lost children's marbles. They lost
her marble. Yeah, okay.
I know, I just got the reference. Oh my gosh. Oh no! They lost him. Oh no. Discovered the
I love this book.
the lost children's marbles, for which tucked under her pillow for safekeeping, had been crushed like eggshells. She quickly realized their souls had departed the world and moved on. Yeah, the souls are marbles. They lost the marbles. That makes sense. You know how people go, you lost your marbles, like you lost your mind? And if you lost your marbles, that's your mind is your soul, right? So you lost your marbles.
You're thinking too hard about this.
It makes sense, though. It does. It makes sense. Okay. With just a couple of days left until the start of the school year, Coraline goes into the visit Miss Spink and Miss Forcible. They read her tea leaves again and are confused by the message they contain. The woman concluded that their leaves are clumped in the shape of an outstretched hand. Coraline had also noticed that one of the Miss Spinks and Miss Forcible's dogs has a long scratch on his side. As Coraline leaves Miss Spink and Miss Forcible, the crazy old man upstairs calls to Coraline and say hello. She asks him how the mice are, and he replies that they're acting frightened, and there's something about the house at night, perhaps a weasel, which is keeping them from playing their tiny instruments. The night after Coraline gets into bed, the hand scratches at her window. Coraline leaps out of bed and frightens it off, but realizes that even if she keeps the key around her neck, she's still in danger. In the morning, Coraline asks her mother if she can borrow a sheet. She explains that she wants to have a picnic with her dolls. Her mother finds a spare paper tablecloth, but she says she doesn't think Coraline played with dolls anymore. Coraline says she doesn't. The dolls are protective correlation. Coraline fills a box with teacups and dolls and a jug of water and takes a roundabout journey to the meadows to ensure she is not followed. Coraline arrives at the well and the edge of the meadow and painstakingly lifts the planks off the top. She spreads the tablecloth over the top of the well and weighs the four corners down with dolls and cups of water. Once the trap is set, Coraline hurries back home.
Coraline takes the key from around her neck and tangles it carelessly as she knocks on the door of Miss Spink and Miss Forcible's flat. She asks them how the dog is doing, and they say that after a vet visit, he's fine. Mr. Bobo, they say, thinks the dog might have had a tussle with a weasel. Coraline asks who Mr. Bobo is. Miss Spink and Miss Forcible tell Coraline that Mr. Bobo is the name of the man upstairs. He comes from a fine old circus family from Eastern Europe. Coraline loudly tells the woman swinging her key as she does that she's off to play with her dolls in the meadow. Coraline is nervous as she heads back to the meadow, but remains determined to get rid of the other mother once and for all. She sits down with her dolls, announces she's brought her lucky key, and sets it down in the middle of the tablecloth. Coraline loudly makes a show of enjoying a picnic. After several minutes, she hears the telltale scuttling of the other mother's hand coming towards her. The hand leaps onto the tablecloth, and so it closes around the key. It pulls the cloth, the dolls, and the cups down into the well, as it falls all the way down. Coraline hears it splash into the water below and quickly gets to work sealing the well with the heavy planks. As Coraline picks up her remaining dolls and starts heading back towards the house, she notices the cat watching her from the brush. The cat jumps onto the planks covering the well and winks at Coraline, seemingly congratulating her on her handiwork. Coraline gives the cat a belly rub, then watches as it hurries off again into the woods. Coraline returns to the house. Mr. Bobo is standing outside. He tells Coraline that the mice have told him Coraline has saved them all. He then invites her to come watch their performance soon. The mouse circus is nearly ready to make their debut. Coraline goes to visit Miss Spink and Miss Forcible. She returns the stone and thanks them for letting her borrow it. Coraline hugs the woman tightly, then leaves. That night, Coraline gets into bed, feeling relieved that the hand is gone at last. She sleeps with her bedroom window open, no longer afraid of its threat. Tomorrow is the first day of school, in a new place. But Coraline knows that nothing waiting for her at school could ever seem scary to her anymore. As she falls asleep, she believes she can hear the pleasant tinkles of the Mouse Circus's instruments, wafting down to her on the warm late summer breeze.
The end! Very, very, very cute book. So, I'm going to ask everybody, start with Nick. What did you think of the book? What was your favorite part? What was your favorite characters? And what do you think, like, do you think Coraline was making that up? Do you think it was something like, just like a child's imagination?
I think that's like left up for interpretation. The author really doesn't define it, if it's made up for interpretation or not. My favorite character, though, was Coraline, because she was very brave, but she was also very clearly acting within the bounds and capabilities of a child, being very lost and very confused, being helped by the cat, my second favorite character, because let's be real, it's the only consistent character that actually listens to Coraline and interacts with her in a normal manner. All the other adults basically treat her like a kid, which she is, which I think really it's fair. You also have to understand that like most of the book was written before like the Great Scare or the whole thing, where before all people that you don't know were treated as threats. I don't really know. There's a specific word for it, but it's escaping me.
Stranger.
Stranger danger. Before it really took a hold completely, and that explains a lot of the behavior, because you have to contextualize. If you read the foreword, at least foreword in my book, he essentially wrote the book when his first started writing the book when his first daughter was young and finished when she was 18. So this book basically took 20 years in the making.
I didn't know it took 20 years. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So did you enjoy the book?
What I found really enjoyable about that is that it really puts you in Coraline's headspace and really within Coraline's limits. And it also made me re-experience, to a degree, my own childhood, where I was running around in the yard and essentially throwing stones or throwing sticks and imagining worlds and coming up with things. And also how incredibly bored I was because I had basically nothing to do. At least nothing of interest.
It's funny you said that, because Horik said the same thing to me the other night.
We literally talked last night, and I was like, man, that book really took me back to my childhood.
Yeah, it's pretty good at that, I think.
It's funny that it had the same reaction on you.
Did the same with you too, Don?
I think we'll.
Yeah, same with me. Yeah. And even funnier because you mentioned the fact that it's kind of left up to interpretation if she made everything up in her head, right? And I was exactly the kind of kid who would just make up like creepy stuff and be like, yeah, there's like weird shit going on, right? Mainly with my friends.
So you were like with Coraline, kind of just saying some random things. Like what she said was like, "What? Oh, aliens kidnapped me," and kind of stuff. Like she kind of randomly ran around. Thank you for the hot Go ahead.
We would exactly be the kind of people who would like make up like, yeah, there's a creepy door in my in one of the rooms, and it totally leads to a totally different world.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
I think I had I didn't have encouraging for what do you call it, being creative in that kind of aspect, but I did
save your game.
Stuff.
You don't want to do that level again, don't you?
Yeah, no, you don't. Such an imagination that you can, Oh yeah, the aliens kidnapped me. Or oh, there's something behind that door over there, and it's like this creepy monster or something. I think that's pretty. It's pretty fun. I didn't get to experience that sadly as a kid.
For me, it wasn't really about the making stuff up, but I was an explorer child.
I explored though.
Yeah, everywhere I went with my parents, anywhere that dropped me off, the very first thing I did was like run off and explore.
I did too. I almost ran off the what was it? Grand Canyon. When I was like 5 or something. I ran straight towards the Grand Canyon. My dad had the
sprint after you.
I was so excited! I was like, we've been in the car for
Yay, Cliff! Let's jump off.
7 hours! I ran straight. My dad had like to sprint towards me.
You were one of those children that should have been on a, leash the whole time.
Oh no!
One of those retractable ones? It's like, shh.
Yeah, the one with the backpack leash, yeah. Thank you, Save King. Oh, yeah, by the way, I think she did contaminate the drinking water. Ooh, I think she did. Coraline did. Alright, Dawn, you are next. So, how did you like the book? Who's your favorite character? What was your favorite, maybe, scene in the book? And if anything else you would like to add?
I did enjoy the book. I really liked it, especially because Coraline, the movie. I really love Coraline, like the movie version.
Oh, you did watch the movie.
I love the father in the movie.
The
way they presented him was great.
Dude, it is. It's great. I think reading the book, it is weird seeing everything that changed. Especially with I kept waiting for Whitey to show up.
Yeah,
and I was like, where is he?
Nope, no Whitey.
Yeah, Coraline's very lonely in this one. It just feels like
she's like the only child.
Yeah, like there's
in the whole
nobody
area.
there. Like she's talking to the cat the whole time. Yeah, so she's and the neighbors and stuff. But I mean, it's like no, children there, so she didn't have anybody to relate to.
Yeah, it really doesn't. It's kind of, in that sense, I kind of do enjoy the movie more, I guess. The book is really good, but there's I don't know, I feel like YB just adds an extra layer to it, especially with he's had some creepy scenes.
Yeah, that's true.
Another YB.
I have to rewatch the movie now. Maybe I'll do the movie night or something.
Next movie night, Coraline the movie.
Coraline.
Yeah, great story about that, by the way. First time I ever saw Coraline, it had just gotten popular for my age to have these dolls. They were fully plastic dolls, but they had button eyes. And they were supposed to be super cute. And my mother bought me one for Christmas.
And then the movie came out.
Like me. It didn't even come out. The same day on Christmas, they played it on TV. As I just got that fucking doll.
and the doll just looked like you too.
It didn't exactly look like me, but it was it had the same hair color as me, and I was just staring at it, and I buried it into a pile of Legos, and I never looked at it again.
It scared you. I'm sorry. Oh gosh. That's a bit uncanny.
I remember because it wasn't even it wasn't a big trend for everyone to have these dolls, but it was a semi all my friends had one, and I was I wanted one, and then I saw that right after I got it. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever gotten a button eye doll. I know those are pretty popular, but. Yeah, it's just kind of funny that it happened at the uncanniness. Yeah, go ahead.
It was the same exact the same day I unpacked it. We watched
Was it
TV
black
and
button
it was
eyes
Coraline. Too? No, it wasn't. I think it one had purple or something.
Ah, okay.
But to be fair, in the movie, she's you can have whatever eye color you want. We can change the button color if you want. so it didn't really matter.
Lovely!
Yeah, I do love Coraline the movie, so it was very cool to read the Coraline the book, and the book was really good. I liked it.
It's
And I
really
liked
cute. It's very
seeing-
cozy.
Yeah.
Cozy.
Well, I mean, it's like listening to like a little kid, you know, do a little story or something. It's that's how I see it. I see that I saw the cartoon in my head. Funny enough, I didn't see like actual, you know, a little girl. I saw like, you know, the claymation kind of stuff. Cozy spider mutants? No.
Yeah, which brings us back to the whole this needs a live action movie. Silent Hill 2 vibes, like really dark. The metallic clatter of, you know, the nails when the hand comes around.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stop horrifying all the children's books. Ah!
What? It is a horror children's book. I'm not horrifying it. It already is a horror book.
We're just thinking if it was spiders, just fluffy little spiders with happy faces. Not really creepy, but yeah. You get it. It's a little spooky book that's like not too bad for like Halloween. You can read. I thought that was pretty fun that we got that. Right. What's your favorite character, Dawn?
My favorite character is the creepy old man upstairs.
Bobo.
Yeah.
You like Bobo?
I like Bobo.
Bobo
I mean, I love
Russian
Coraline
circus
too.
guy.
I think it's mainly it's probably fucking it's the movie. I love his design in the movie, and then I just see him in the book, and I was like, it's that guy.
It's that guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bobo. I love how that she didn't know his name the whole time. It was just the creepy, crazy guy.
It was kind of funny. It was just like, that's the crazy guy upstairs who talks about his little mouse circus, right? And then I found the idea of like the other version of him of just like a bunch of rats
In
just
a suit.
making up a person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
100
no.
rats in a trench coat.
Dawn, you got quoted
Yeah.
by Marty. I like creepy old men quote. Not
No!
Dawn. Not Dawn. 2025. No, you're not like that.
I'm pretty sure I said I like the creepy old man.
The creepy old man, not creepy old men.
I don't know if that makes
Horrible
much
clips.
It's not a clip yet.
Yeah.
Ah!
That chat. Anyway, also you mentioned favorite scene.
Yeah.
I just find the scene where she throws the cat really funny.
Oh yeah, at the mother was just like, "I'll take care of you, cat," and she's like, "Wonk," and the cat's like, "I did not expect that."
He's just like, it was the only way.
It was the only way. It was a good surprise tactic because the cat would be like, "Heck no, you're not doing that."
Yeah. Also, I like the scene after where she's like trying to close the door, and she feels everyone's presence around her, right?
Mhm.
And they can't help her close the door, but they like give her encouragement.
Mhm. Yeah, I like that. I like that part too. Like everybody was pitching in and trying to help. She had the whole support system. All right, and Horik is next.
Mm-hmm.
So, how did you like the book? What was your favorite scene? Favorite character? Anything else to add?
I mean, I loved the book. It was a good read. Favorite character? Probably the actual father. I really, really liked the flashback scene where he saved her from the hornet nest, right? Where he literally stayed behind so that they wouldn't follow her. like the ultimate
It was a
father
wasp
figure.
nest. Yeah, it was wasps or hornets.
Hmm?
Was it wasp or hornet?
Wasp or hornet? Yeah, wasps, I think.
Yeah.
Either way, it was like this ultimate caring action, and then like the follow-up scene where they were talking about what fear is, where he said he wasn't scared at all when he was staying behind to protect her, but when he knew he could potentially avoid going back, right? But he had to get his glasses, that was when he was scared. I don't know, something about that scene just showed that the parents actually cared, right? Despite being so seemingly distant in the beginning. Just gives you a bit of a reality check, because what's going on here is basically just normal life, right? The parents have to make sure that they bring enough money in. At the same time, they need to keep the child entertained, right? So it's just a bunch of circumstances, right? That align and paint a picture that's not necessarily true.
It is a good interpretation. So, anything else you'd like to add about the book?
Yeah, the other mother was sick. Like, I love the grave scene. Oh yeah, you know, I swear on my mother's grave, and I put her there. I don't know, something about that scene was sick.
Oh yeah, that scene was pretty. That scene was pretty creepy.
I also love how she just dropped all pretense, right? In the beginning, she was like, caring, loving, this and that, and then she's like, yeah, I put her there, man. And she just drops everything.
Yeah, she
Just shows
drops
the villain
facade.
that she really is.
Drops the facade. Alright, I guess it's my turn. Reading anything else to add?
Yeah, that I'm kind of sorry for Grub out of father.
The grub of the
Yeah.
yeah. I felt bad for him too, because he just had to get ordered to do.
The thing
what
is, she
the
made so
motherfucker-
many creations, right? The copies of Miss Spink and Bobo and all of the others, right? And that one actually somewhat cared, right?
Yeah, that's true. I felt so sad. He was just like run. He was just telling Coraline to
Yeah.
run the whole time.
He was basically a puppet that was being manipulated by invisible strings, but he had enough consciousness left that he could at least warn her.
I like how she actually remembers what's in her room. I have no idea what all my stuff is in my room and mine. Marty. Hey, you know what? That's the cool part. Then you like, oh, look, you got new stuff all the time because you don't remember. It's like, wow, look at all the cool stuff I got.
It's like a dementia patient, right? Meets new people every day.
Meets new people every day. Alright, my turn. I really enjoyed the book. I think it was I know it was like, oh yeah, it's like very like creepy, but I saw like cartoon stuff, so
you always got
head-
the softened blow because in your head it was the cartoons.
it
Instead of the real
was!
people.
It was in my head. It was a cartoon. I couldn't like imagine actually realistic real people because I saw the movie. Maybe if I
Hadn't seen the movie.
haven't
first.
seen the movie, or
Yeah.
maybe I hadn't seen the movie, and I just saw the cover of the book, because if you see the cover of the book is like,
I mean, there's
it just-
multiple covers. There's like realistic ones, and then there's the
Like a-
artistic ones.
yeah, so if I saw the cover of the book and it was realistic, maybe I would see like a realistic view in my head. But I enjoyed the book. I thought it was a good like horror-esque book for Halloween. That was really nice. I actually listened to the audiobook, half of the audiobook, and then I read the book. So I feel like, in my personal opinion, because I kind of did both of them, I feel like the audiobook, I forgot more of the book if I just read it. So, because I was kind of seeing how that would work out.
I mean, it's active versus passive learning, right?
Yeah, or passive, yeah. Passive listening, or like your brain's actually kind of reading the words. So I thought that was kind of interesting. I wanted to give a take on that. So if maybe it might work for others though, but I like forgot like some of the chapters when I was actually listening to the book. So I thought that was an interesting little take. My favorite character, I think is the cat. He's just so smug. The cat is just very smug. I like the cat. He's really helpful, yet he's funny. He's like standoffish and he wants to help, but then he's playing hard to get. He's just the cat. And I like that he kind of became their kitty at the end. He kind of like was living at their house at the end, pretty much.
He's basically the stray that comes for a cup of milk every once in a while.
Yeah, that's pretty much. I like how she actually remembers what's in her room. Oh wait, sorry, I reread that. I thought that was a new one. Yeah, there we go. See, now I'm using for you. I think it was a really fun read, and I really enjoyed these types of books. It gives me the whole like Nightmare Before Christmas kind of vibes.
I mean, Tim Burton did direct the movie.
Yeah, but I mean, even the story, even if it wasn't directed by Tim Burton, it does give me the same kind of vibes that Nightmare Before Christmas has. It's the same ballpark in my opinion. So even if they didn't direct it, it just feels the same kind of like area. I did like the family aspect. I like that her father was kind of encouraging her to be an adventurous, even though it was like, get out of my office, I need to work. But it was kind of like he was encouraging her to be an adventurer, and that was kind of her persona as Coraline. Coraline was the adventurer, and that's how she kind of kept going through her journey. And to help is you have to be brave as an adventurer. So I thought that was really cute. I quite enjoyed it, and I thought it was a short and sweet book. And I think that was a good read for like Halloween. I think that was fun. And yeah. What do you guys think on for the next book? Should we kind of continue the Dritz series, or you think we should divert from to another series?
I mean, I'm a little bit biased because I'm already reading the second book.
He already He gotta look at
so I know there's some really
continuation.
good nuggets in there in the first half. Yeah, I don't mind either way. I can read whatever, but yeah, I'm definitely reading the second book. It's a good read.
I'd be down to read the second book, yeah.
Okay. We can keep going till the third one because I know there is 30 books. And
33.
Okay, there's 33. But I think as a book club, we're not going that far. We're not going that.
I will. I read all of the Witcher books. I will read those too.
Oh my goodness. How many Witcher books?
9.
That's not 33.
No. But they're longer.
Oh, but I mean, I would like to kind of diversify with like the book club and stuff, so we can explore different series as well. But yeah, so we can, if we want to start on the second book, did you guys buy the books outright, or because I know they have bundles for the Dritz series for the 3.
I mean, another thing we could read in the future is the Shades of Magic trilogy.
I mean, I'd be up for that. I like kind of like the fantasy and magic.
I mean, it's a very good trilogy, and it's not overstaying its welcome. But I suggest we first finish at least the Crystal Shard trilogy.
Well, the Dritz trilogy.
I mean, we started it, so...
What do you think, Nick?
I wouldn't mind reading another of the Dritz books.
Alright, yeah, I actually had a lot of fun reading those as well. I had a blast. I think it's really nice, well written. The characters are well rounded.
And we all want to see more of Bruno kicking ass.
Papa Bruno, yeah.
Papa Bruno.
Proper Bruno. Also, we get to see his adopted children being amazing.
Oh yeah, they actually play a big role in the second one.
Oh, that's cool. No spoilers. No spoilers.
I'm not spoiling anything.
Alright, it's decided. We're gonna do the half a book like we did last time. Is that okay with you guys?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Because I know that these are... I think they're the same kind of size as the last book for...
I would be lying if I said yes or no. I would have to check.
I would have to look as well. Yeah, I'll write it down and I will look. If it is something around like Coraline size, then I doubt. Presents the doubt, but
no, they're longer than the Coraline stuff.
I figured, yeah. But I think the half a book, reading half the book is a good idea for the book club. It is also because everybody, life is pretty busy, and yeah, and I think it's a good balance. Thanks for reading. Thank you for coming, Marty. I'll appreciate you staying here and listen to our Coraline discussion, and I thank you guys also. But yeah, I will write more about it on Discord. I'll message you and tell you which are chapters. And we're gonna do chapter summaries again. I'll give you guys everybody has 2 assigned chapters. You'll get it in advanced. I will pick random, so I don't know what it will be. But that way you know in advance which chapters you are going to be doing. And we're going to do it like that so everybody has something that they can, read and do chapter summary on. I think it'll be fun. Yeah. Thank you guys so much. You guys anything to add for this book club?
It was huge fun. Thank you for inviting us. And
yeah, thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate you guys coming.
Yeah, and I look forward to the next book. And that's pretty much it for me.
Thank you, Hobbs. Thank you for the love. Appreciate it.
Same as what Nick said.
Lovely. Thank you, Dawn. Yeah, it's lovely to have you guys. I enjoy the book club. It is nice to have discussions about the little books and come together and see how you guys enjoy it, and we could talk about the characters and everything and theorize and all that. It's a little fun thing to do. Plus, it gets you into some reading, yeah. And it's always fun to get into some kind of, some good stories. So I'm glad you guys are having a blast. I am as well. Won't you, Ulrich?
Of course.
Good. I'm glad. We are taking applications for a book club. If you guys would like to join, we would love more members. More the merrier. I crave violence. Oh, suffer, that's not good to crave. All right, I will give violence. There we go. We have Battle Royale. But if you guys like to join the book club, !book club, you can join our Discord. We have a book club section on Discord, and if you'd like to join, I can add you as a member when we meet up once a month. Usually we read half a book, but since Coraline was really small, we just read the whole book for Halloween, and I thought that was really fun. Alrighty, I'm going to raid out, and let's see who we can raid. And I shall see you guys later. Let's see. Who do we got? Who can raid? Wait, if I raid Pen, is he gonna be embarrassed? maybe I'll raid Full. I don't want to embarrass Pen. Let's see who we got.
To rate him and be like, everyone type, why did you not read Coraline?
Yeah.
Oh no! I don't want to embarrass Pen. I don't want to make him feel bad. Oh gosh. Oh, I don't want to give him anxiety. Let's see. Do we have anybody else that are reading on co-working? Do you raid people that are co-working? Aren't they working? I feel so like that's a bad idea. Is there like cozy Sunday reading and co-working? No mic. I mean, it's cozy, right? That might be a good idea. This is a new person. You guys go into a cozy co-working area. They're reading as well. Alright, you guys, I'm going to read out. Copy paste the raid message above. There's a new person. Get a new person. Bookish Blunders. Very cute name. And they have a little cute avatar as well. Reading with no mic. It's a cozy area. They're reading with no mic. I guess they're silently reading. They're currently reading silently. I guess they're typing in chat. It's okay. They're typing in chat. Alrighty, you guys. Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate it. I need to make a schedule. I didn't make one this week. I'm sorry about that. I have been beat down, but I'm going to try to do one next week. So yeah, take care, you guys. Bye bye. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mia. Thank you, Chicken Pet. Appreciate you guys. Thank you, Zephyr. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you for stopping by, Marty. Thank you, Lauren, stopping by. Thank you, Nicodon, Horwick, Kristen, Miku. I hope I got everybody. Did I get everybody? Sonic, Bonderville. We had Elemental. We had Insomnia. Thank you guys. Thanks so much. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for the drink! Thank God! I will give treats, okay? Okay. Mario, get the treats going. Oh my goodness, I need...